Numbers, Bemidbar. Chapter 1. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe in the wilderness of Sinai, in the tabernacle of the congregation, on the first day of the second month, in the second year after they were come out of the land of Mitzrayim, saying, Take you the sum of all the congregation of the children of Yasharel, after their families, by the house of their fathers, with the number of their names, every male by their polls. From 20 years old and upward, all that are able to go forth to war in Yasharel, you and Aharon shall number them by their armies. And with you there shall be a man of every tribe, every one head of the house of his fathers. And these are the names of the men that shall stand with you. Of the tribe of Reuben, Elietzur, the son of Shedeur. Of Shimon, Shalumiel, the son of Tsurashadai. Of Yehudah, Nachshon, the son of Aminadab. Of Yissaschar, Nethanel, the son of Tsuar. Of Zebulun, Eliab, the son of Helon. Of the children of Yosef, of Ephraim, Elishama, the son of Ammiahud. Of Manasseh, Gamliel, the son of Padatsur. Of Benjamin, Abiadan, the son of Gedoni. Of Dan, Ahiezer, the son of Ammishaddai. Of Asher, Hagiel, the son of Achran. Of Gad, Eliasaph, the son of Duel. Of Naphtali, Achirah, the son of Enan. These were the renowned of the congregation, princes of the tribes of their fathers, heads of thousands in Yasharel. And Moshe and Aharon took these men which are expressed by their names, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward by their polls, as Yahuah commanded Moshe. So he numbered them in the wilderness of Sinai. And the children of Reuben, Yasharel's eldest son, by their generations after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, by their polls, every male from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Reuben, were 46,500. Of the children of Shimon, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, those that were numbered of them, according to the number of the names, by their polls, every man from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Shimon, were 59,300. Of the children of Gad, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Gad, were 45,650. Of the children of Yehudah, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Yehudah, were 314,600. Of the children of Yissaschar, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Yissaschar, were 54,400. Of the children of Zebulun, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Zebulun, were 57,400. Of the children of Yosef, namely, of the children of Ephraim, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Ephraim, were 40,500. Of the children of Manasseh, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Manasseh, were 32,200. Of the children of Benjamin, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Benjamin, were 35,400. Of the children of Dan, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Dan, were 62,700. Of the children of Asher, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Asher, were 41,500. Of the children of Naphtali, throughout their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Naphtali, were 53,400. These are those that were numbered, which Moshe and Aharon numbered, and the princes of Yasharel, being 12 men, each one was for the house of his fathers. So were all those that were numbered of the children of Yasharel, by the house of their fathers, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war in Yasharel. Even all they that were numbered were 600,000 and 3,550. But Leui, after the tribe of their fathers, were not numbered among them. For Yahuah had spoken unto Moshe, saying, Only you shall not number the tribe of Leui, neither take the sum of them among the children of Yasharel. But you shall appoint the Leui over the tabernacle of testimony, and over all the vessels thereof, and over all things that belong to it. They shall bear the tabernacle, and all the vessels thereof, and they shall minister unto it, and shall encamp round about the tabernacle. And when the tabernacle sets forward, the Leui shall take it down, and when the tabernacle is to be pitched, the Leui shall set it up, and the stranger that comes nigh shall be put to death. And the children of Yasharel shall pitch their tents, every man by his own camp, and every man by his own standard throughout their hosts. But the Leui shall pitch round about the tabernacle of testimony, that there be no wrath upon the congregation of the children of Yasharel, and the Leui shall keep the charge of the tabernacle of testimony. And the children of Yasharel did according to all that Yahuah commanded Moshe, so did they. Chapter 2. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe and unto Aharon, saying, Every man of the children of Yasharel shall pitch by his own standard, with the ensign of their father's house. Far off about the tabernacle of the congregation shall they pitch. And on the east side, toward the rising of the sun, shall they of the standard of the camp of Yehudah pitch throughout their armies. And Nachshon, the son of Amminadab, shall be the captain of the children of Yehudah. And his host, and those that were numbered of him, were 314,600. And those that do pitch next unto him shall be the tribe of Yissaschar. And Nathanael, the son of Tzuar, shall be the captain of the children of Yissaschar. And his host, and those that were numbered thereof, were 54,400. Then the tribe of Zebulun, and Eliab, the son of Calon, shall be the captain of the children of Zebulun. And his host, and those that were numbered thereof, were 57,400. All that were numbered in the camp of Yehudah were 100,000, and 80,000, and 6,400 throughout their armies. These shall first set forth. On the south side shall be the standard of the camp of Reuben, according to their armies. And the captain of the children of Reuben shall be Eliatsur, the son of Shedeur. And his host, and those that were numbered thereof, were 46,500. And those which pitch by him shall be the tribe of Shimon, and the captain of the children of Shimon shall be Shalumiel, the son of Tsuri Shaddai. And his host, and those that were numbered of them, were 59,300. Then the tribe of Gad, and the captain of the sons of Gad shall be Eliasaph, the son of Ruel. And his host, and those that were numbered of them, were 45,650. All that were numbered in the camp of Reuben were 100,050 and 1,450 throughout their armies, and they shall set forth in the second rank. Then the tabernacle of the congregation shall set forth with the camp of Leui in the midst of the camp. As they encamp, so shall they set forward, every man in his place by their standards. On the west side shall be the standard of the camp of Ephraim according to their armies, and the captain of the sons of Ephraim shall be Eliashama, the son of Ammihud, and his host and those that were numbered of them were 40,500. And by him shall be the tribe of Manasseh, and the captain of the children of Manasseh shall be Gamaliel, the son of Pedatsur. And his host and those that were numbered of them were 32,200. Then the tribe of Benjamin, and the captain of the sons of Benjamin shall be Abiadan, the son of Gidoni. And his host and those that were numbered of them were 35,400. All that were numbered of the camp of Ephraim were 100,000 and 8,000 and 100 throughout their armies, and they shall go forward in the third rank. The standard of the camp of Dan shall be on the north side by their armies, and the captain of the children of Dan shall be Achiazar, the son of Ammishaddai, and his host and those that were numbered of them were 62,700. And those that encamp by him shall be the tribe of Asher, and the captain of the children of Asher shall be Pagiel, the son of Ochran. And his host and those that were numbered of them were 41,500. Then the tribe of Naphtali, and the captain of the children of Naphtali shall be Ahirah, the son of Anan. And his host and those that were numbered of them were 53,400. And they that were numbered in the camp of Dan were 100,050 and 7,600. They shall go hindmost with their standards. These are those which were numbered of the children of Yasharel by the house of their fathers. All those that were numbered of the camps throughout their hosts were 600,000 and 3,550. But the Leui were not numbered among the children of Yasharel, as Yahuah commanded Moshe. And the children of Yasharel did according to all that Yahuah commanded Moshe. So they pitched by their standards, and so they set forward, every one after their families, according to the house of their fathers. Chapter 3. These are also the generations of Aharon and Moshe in the day that Yahuah spoke with Moshe in Mount Sinai. And these are the names of the sons of Aharon: Nadab the firstborn, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. These are the names of the sons of Aharon, the Kohanes which were anointed, whom he consecrated to minister in the Kohane's office. And Nadab and Abihu died before Yahuah when they offered strange fire before Yahuah in the wilderness of Sinai, and they had no children. And Eleazar and Ithamar ministered in the Kohane's office in the sight of Aharon their father. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Bring the tribe of Leui near, and present them before Aharon the Kohen, that they may minister unto him. And they shall keep his charge, and the charge of the whole congregation before the tabernacle of the congregation, to do the service of the tabernacle. And they shall keep all the instruments of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the charge of the children of Yasharel to do the service of the tabernacle. And you shall give the Leui unto Aharon and to his sons. They are wholly given unto him out of the children of Yasharel. And you shall appoint Aharon and his sons, and they shall wait on their Kohane's office, and the stranger that comes nigh shall be put to death. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, And behold, I have taken the Leui from among the children of Yasharel, instead of all the firstborn that opens the matrix among the children of Yasharel. Therefore the Leui shall be mine, because all the firstborn are mine. For on the day that I smote all the firstborn in the land of Mitzrayim, I hallowed unto me all the firstborn in Yasharel, both man and beast. Mine shall they be, I am Yahuah. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe in the wilderness of Sinai, saying, Number the children of Leui after the house of their fathers, by their families, every male from a month old and upward shall you number them. And Moshe numbered them according to the word of Yahuah, as he was commanded. And these were the sons of Leui by their names, Gershon, and Kehath, and Merari. And these are the names of the sons of Gershon by their families, Libni and Shimei, and the sons of Kehath by their families, Amram, Yitshar, Hebron, and Uzziel. And the sons of Merari by their families, Machli and Mushi. These are the families of the Leui, according to the house of their fathers. Of Gershon was the family of Libni, and the family of Shimei. These are the families of the Gershoni. Those that were numbered of them, according to the number of all the males from a month old and upward, even those that were numbered of them were 7,500. The families of the Gershoni shall pitch behind the tabernacle westward. And the chief of the house of the father of the Gershoni shall be Eliasaph the son of Lael. And the charge of the sons of Gershon in the tabernacle of the congregation shall be the tabernacle, and the tent, the covering thereof, and the hanging for the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the hangings of the court, and the curtain for the door of the court, which is by the tabernacle, and by the altar round about, and the cords of it, for all the service thereof. And Kehath was the family of the Amari, and the family of Yitzari, and the family of Hebroni, and the family of Azzieli. These are the families of the Kohathi. In the number of all the males from a month old and upward were 8,600, keeping the charge of the sanctuary. The families of the sons of Kehath shall pitch on the side of the tabernacle southward. And the chief of the house of the father of the families of the Kohathi shall be Elitzaphan, the son of Uzziel. And their charge shall be the ark, and the table, and the candlestick, and the altars, and the vessels of the sanctuary wherewith they minister, and the hanging, and all the service thereof. And Eleazar, the son of Aharon the Kohen, shall be chief over the chief of the Leui, and have the oversight of them that keep the charge of the sanctuary. Of Merari was the family of Machli, and the family of Mushi. These are the families of Merari. And those that were numbered of them, according to the number of all the males, from a month old and upward, were 6,200. And the chief of the house of the father of the families of Merari was Tsuriel, the son of Abihail. These shall pitch on the side of the tabernacle northward. And under the custody and charge of the sons of Merari shall be the boards of the tabernacle, and the bars thereof, and the pillars thereof, and the sockets thereof, and all the vessels thereof, and all that serves thereto. And the pillars of the court round about, and their sockets, and their pins, and their cords. But those that encamp before the tabernacle toward the east, even before the tabernacle of the congregation eastward, shall be Moshe and Aharon and his sons, keeping the charge of the sanctuary for the charge of the children of Yasharel, and the stranger that comes nigh shall be put to death. All that were numbered of the Leui, which Moshe and Aharon numbered at the commandment of Yahuah throughout their families, all the males from a month old and upward, were 22,000. And Yahuah said unto Moshe, Number all the firstborn of the males of the children of Yasharel, from a month old and upward, and take the number of their names. And you shall take the Leui for me, I am Yahuah, instead of all the firstborn among the children of Yasharel, and the cattle of the Leui, instead of all the firstlings among the cattle of the children of Yasharel. And Moshe numbered, as Yahuah commanded him, all the firstborn among the children of Yasharel. And all the firstborn males by the number of names, from a month old and upward, of those that were numbered of them, were 22,213. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Take the Lewi instead of all the firstborn among the children of Yasharel, and the cattle of the Lewi instead of their cattle, and the Lewi shall be mine. I am Yahuah. And for those that are to be redeemed of the 213 of the firstborn of the children of Yasharel, which are more than the Lewi, you shall take 5 shekels apiece by the poll. After the shekel of the sanctuary shall you take them. The shekel is 20 gerahs. And you shall give the money wherewith the odd number of them is to be redeemed unto Aharon and his sons. And Moshe took the redemption money of them that were over and above them that were redeemed by the Lewi. Of the firstborn of the children of Yasharel took he the money, 1,365 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary. And Moshe gave the money of them that were redeemed unto Aharon and to his sons, according to the word of Yahuah, as Yahuah commanded Moshe. Chapter 4. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe and unto Aharon, saying, Take the sums of the sons of Kehath from among the sons of Lewi after their families, by the house of their fathers, from 30 years old and upward, even until 50 years old, all that enter into the host to do the work in the tabernacle of the congregation. This shall be the service of the sons of Kehath in the tabernacle of the congregation, about the most holy things. And when the camp sets forward, Aharon shall come, and his sons, and they shall take down the covering veil, and cover the ark of the testimony with it, and shall put thereon the covering of badger skins, and shall spread it over a cloth wholly of blue, and shall put in the staves thereof. And upon the table of showbread they shall spread a cloth of blue, and put thereon the dishes, and the spoons, and the bowls, and covers to cover withal, and the continual bread shall be thereon. And they shall spread upon them a cloth of scarlet, and cover the same with a covering of badger skins, and shall put in the staves thereof. And they shall take a cloth of blue, and cover the candlestick of the light, and his lamps, and his tongs, and his snuff dishes, and all the oil vessels thereof, wherewith they minister unto it. And they shall put it and all the vessels thereof within a covering of badger skins, and shall put it upon a bar. And upon the golden altar they shall spread a cloth of blue, and cover it with a covering of badger skins, and shall put the staves thereof. And they shall take all the instruments of ministry, wherewith they minister in the sanctuary, and put them in a cloth of blue, and cover them with a covering of badger skins, and shall put them on a bar. And they shall take away the ashes from the altar, and spread a purple cloth thereon. And they shall put upon it all the vessels thereof, wherewith they minister about it, even the censers, the flesh hooks, and the shovels, and the basins, and all the vessels of the altar. And they shall spread upon it a covering of badger skins, and put to the staves of it. And when Aharon and his sons have made an end of covering the sanctuary, and all the vessels of the sanctuary, as the camp is to set forward, after that the sons of Kehath shall come to bear it. But they shall not touch any holy thing, lest they die. These things are the burden of the sons of Kehath in the tabernacle of the congregation. And to the office of Eleazar, the son of Aharon the Kohen, pertains the oil for the light, and the sweet incense, and the daily meat offering, and the anointing oil, and the oversight of all the tabernacle, and of all that therein is, in the sanctuary and in the vessels thereof. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe and unto Aharon, saying, Cut you not off the tribe of the families of the Kohathi from among the Lewi, but thus do unto them, that they may live and not die. When they approach unto the most holy things, Aharon and his son shall go in, and appoint them every one to his service and to his burden. But they shall not go in to see when the holy things are covered, lest they die. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Take also the sum of the sons of Gershon throughout the houses of their fathers by their families. From 30 years old and upward until 50 years old shall you number them, all that enter in to perform the service, to do the work in the tabernacle of the congregation. This is the service of the families of the Gershoni to serve and for burdens. And they shall bear the curtains of the tabernacle, and the tabernacle of the congregation, his coverings, and the covering of the badger's skins that is above upon it, and the hanging for the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the hangings of the court, and the hanging for the door of the gate of the court, which is by the tabernacle, and by the altar round about, and their cords, and all the instruments of their service, and all that is made for them, so shall they serve. At the appointment of Aharon and his sons shall be all the service of the sons of the Gershoni in all their burdens, and in all their service, and ye shall appoint unto them in charge all their burdens. This is the service of the families of the sons of Gershon in the tabernacle of the congregation, and their charge shall be under the hand of Ithamar, the son of Aharon the Kohen. As for the sons of Merari, you shall number them after their families by the house of their fathers. From 30 years old and upward, even unto 50 years old, shall you number them, every one that enters into the service to do the work of the tabernacle of the congregation. And this is the charge of their burden, according to all their service in the tabernacle of the congregation. The boards of the tabernacle, and the bars thereof, and the pillars thereof, and sockets thereof, and the pillars of the court round about, and their sockets, and their pins, and their cords, with all their instruments, with all their service, and by name you shall reckon the instruments of the charge of their burden. This is the service of the families of the sons of Merari, according to all their service, in the tabernacle of the congregation, under the hand of Ithamar the son of Aharon the Kohen. And Moshe and Aharon and the chief of the congregation numbered the sons of Kohathi after their families, and after the house of their fathers, from 30 years old and upward, even unto 50 years old, every one that enters into the service, for the work in the tabernacle of the congregation. And those that were numbered of them by their families were 2,750. These were they that were numbered of the families of the Kohathi, all that might do service in the tabernacle of the congregation, which Moshe and Aharon did number according to the commandment of Yahuah by the hand of Moshe. And those that were numbered of the sons of Gershon throughout their families, and by the house of their fathers, from 30 years old and upward, even unto 50 years old, every one that enters into the service for the work in the tabernacle of the congregation. Even those that were numbered of them throughout their families by the house of their fathers were 2,630. These are they that were numbered of the families of the sons of Gershon, of all that might do service in the tabernacle of the congregation, whom Moshe and Aharon did number according to the commandment of Yahuah. And those that were numbered of the families of the sons of Merari throughout their families by the house of their fathers, from 30 years old and upward, even unto 50 years old, every one that enters into the service for the work in the tabernacle of the congregation. Even those that were numbered of them after their families were 3,200. These be those that were numbered of the families of the sons of Merari, whom Moshe and Aharon numbered according to the word of Yahuah, by the hand of Moshe. And those that were numbered of the Leui, whom Moshe and Aharon and the chief of Yasharel numbered after their families, and after the house of their fathers, from 30 years old and upward, even unto 50 years old. Every one that came to do the service of the ministry and the service of the burden in the tabernacle of the congregation. Even those that were numbered of them were 8,580. According to the commandment of Yahuah, they were numbered by the hand of Moshe, every one according to his service and according to his burden. Thus were they numbered of him, as Yahuah commanded Moshe. Chapter 5. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Command the children of Yasharel that they put out of the camp every leper, and every one that has an issue, and whosoever is defiled by the dead. Both male and female shall you put out, without the camp shall you put them, that they defile not their camps, in the midst whereof I dwell. And the children of Yasharel did so, and put them out without the camp, as Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, so did the children of Yasharel. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto the children of Yasharel. When a man or a woman shall commit any sin that men commit, to do a trespass against Yahuah, and that person be guilty, then they shall confess their sin which they have done, and he shall recompense his trespass with the principal thereof, and add unto it the fifth part thereof, and give it unto him whom he has trespassed. But if the man have no kinsman to recompense the trespass unto, let the trespass be recompensed unto Yahuah, even to the Kohen, beside the ram of the atonement, whereby an atonement shall be made for him. And every offering of all the holy things of the children of Yasharel, which they bring unto the Kohen, shall be his. And every man's hallowed thing shall be his. Whatsoever any man gives the Kohen, it shall be his. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto the children of Yasharel, and say unto them, If any man's wife go aside and commit a trespass against him, and a man lie with her carnally, and it be hid from the eyes of her husband, and be kept close, and she be defiled, and there be no witness against her, neither she be taken with the manner, and the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be defiled, or if the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be not defiled, then shall the man bring his wife unto the Kohen, and he shall bring her offering for her, the 10th part of an ephah of barley meal. He shall pour no oil upon it, nor put frankincense thereon, for it is an offering of jealousy, an offering of memorial, bringing iniquity to remembrance. And the Kohen shall bring her near and set her before Yahuah. And the Kohen shall take holy water in an earthen vessel, and of the dust that is in the floor of the tabernacle the Kohen shall take, and put it into the water. And the Kohen shall set the woman before Yahuah, and uncover the woman's head, and put the offering of memorial in her hands, which is the jealousy offering. And the Kohen shall have in his hand the bitter water that causes the curse. And the Kohen shall charge her by an oath, and say unto the woman, If no man have lain with you, and if you have not gone aside to uncleanness with another instead of your husband, be you free from this bitter water that causes the curse. But if you have gone aside to another instead of your husband, and if you be defiled, and some man have lain with you beside your husband, then the Kohen shall charge the woman with an oath cursing, and the Kohen shall say unto the woman, Yahuah make you a curse and an oath among your people, when Yahuah does make your thigh to rot and your belly to swell. And this water that causes the curse shall go into your bowels, and make your belly to swell, and your thigh to rot. And the woman shall say, Amen, Amen. And the Kohen shall write these curses in a book, and he shall blot them out with the bitter water. And he shall cause the woman to drink the bitter water that causes the curse, and the water that causes a curse shall enter into her and become bitter. And the Kohen shall take the jealousy offering out of the woman's hand, and shall wave the offering before Yahuah, and offer it upon the altar. And the Kohanes shall take a handful of the offering, even the memorial thereof, and burn it upon the altar, and afterward shall cause the woman to drink the water. And when he has made her to drink the water, then it shall come to pass, that if she be defiled and have done trespass against her husband, that the water that causes the curse shall enter into her and become bitter, and her belly shall swell, and her thigh shall rot, and the woman shall be a curse among her people. And if the woman be not defiled, but be clean, then she shall be free, and shall conceive seed. This is the law of jealousies, when a wife goes aside to another instead of her husband, and is defiled, or when the spirit of jealousy comes upon him, and he be jealous over his wife, and shall set the woman before Yahuah, and the Kohen shall execute upon her all this law. Then shall the man be guiltless from iniquity, and this woman shall bear her iniquity. Chapter 6. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto the children of Yasharel, and say unto them, When either man or woman shall separate themselves to vow a vow of a Nazir, to separate themselves unto Yahuah, He shall separate himself from wine and strong drink, and shall drink no vinegar of wine or vinegar of strong drink, neither shall he drink any liquor of grapes, nor eat moist grapes or dried. All the days of his separation shall he eat nothing that is made of the vine tree, from the kernels even to the husk. All the days of the vow of his separation there shall no razor come upon his head, until the days be fulfilled in which he separates himself unto Yahuah. He shall be holy, and shall let the locks of the hair of his head grow. All the days that he separates himself unto Yahuah, he shall come at no dead body. He shall not make himself unclean for his father, or his mother, for his brother, or for his sister when they die, because the consecration of his Elohim is upon his head. All the days of his separation he is holy unto Yahuah. And if any man die very suddenly by him, and he has defiled the head of his consecration, then he shall shave his head in the day of his cleansing. On the 7th day shall he shave it. And on the 8th day he shall bring 2 turtles or 2 young pigeons to the Kohen to the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And the Kohen shall offer the one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering, and make an atonement for him, for that he sinned by the dead, and shall hallow his head that same day. And he shall consecrate unto Yahuah the days of his separation, and shall bring a lamb of the first year for a trespass offering. But the days that were before shall be lost, because his separation was defiled. And this is the law of the Nazir. When the days of his separation are fulfilled, he shall be brought unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And he shall offer his offering unto Yahuah, 1 he-lamb of the first year without blemish for a burnt offering, and 1 ewe-lamb of the first year without blemish for a sin offering, and 1 ram without blemish for peace offerings, and a basket of matzah, cakes of fine flour mingled with oil, and wafers of matzah anointed with oil, and their meat offering and their drink offerings. And the Kohen shall bring them before Yahuah, and shall offer his sin offering and his burnt offering. And he shall offer the ram for a sacrifice of peace offerings unto Yahuah, with the basket of matzah. The Kohen shall offer also his meat offering and his drink offering. And the Nazir shall shave the head of his separation at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and shall take the hair of the head of his separation, and put it in the fire which is under the sacrifice of the peace offerings. And the Kohen shall take the sodden shoulder of the ram, and 1 unleavened cake out of the basket, and 1 unleavened wafer, and shall put them upon the hands of the Nazir after the hair of his separation is shaven. And the Kohen shall wave them for a wave offering before Yahuah. This is holy for the Kohen, with the waved breast and heaved shoulder, and after that the Nazir may drink wine. This is the law of the Nazir who has vowed, and of his offering unto Yahuah for his separation, beside that his hand shall get, according to the vow which he vowed, so he must do after the law of his separation. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto Aharon and unto his sons, saying, On this wise you shall bless the children of Yasharel, saying unto them, Yahuah bless you and keep you. Yahuah make his face shine upon you, and be gracious unto you. Yahuah lift up his countenance upon you, and give you peace. And they shall put my name upon the children of Yasharel, and I will bless them. Chapter 7. And it came to pass on the day that Moshe had fully set up the tabernacle, and had anointed it, and sanctified it, and all the instruments thereof, both the altar and all the vessels thereof, and had anointed them, and sanctified them, that the princes of Yasharel, heads of the house of their fathers, who were the princes of the tribes, and were over them that were numbered, offered. And they brought their offering before Yahuah, 6 covered wagons, and 12 oxen, a wagon for 2 of the princes, and for each one an ox, and they brought them before the tabernacle. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Take it of them, that they may be to do the service of the tabernacle of the congregation, and you shall give them unto the Leui, to every man according to his service. And Moshe took the wagons and the oxen, and gave them unto the Lewi. 2 wagons and 4 oxen he gave unto the sons of Gershon, according to their service. And 4 wagons and 8 oxen he gave unto the sons of Merari, according unto their service, under the hand of Ithamar, the son of Aharon the Kohen. But unto the sons of Kehath he gave none, because the service of the sanctuary belonging unto them was that they should bear upon their shoulders. And the princes offered for dedicating of the altar in the day that it was anointed, even the princes offered their offering before the altar. And Yahuah said unto Moshe, They shall offer their offering, each prince on his day, for the dedication of the altar. And he that offered his offering the first day was Nachshon, the son of Amminadab, of the tribe of Yehudah. And his offering was 1 silver charger, the weight thereof was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary. Both of them were full of fine flour mingled with oil for a meat offering. 1 spoon of 10 shekels of gold, full of incense. 1 young bullock, 1 ram, 1 lamb of the first year, for a burnt offering. 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering. And for a sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he-goats, 5 lambs of the first year. This was the offering of Nachshon, the son of Amminadab. On the 2nd day, Nethanel, the son of Tzuar, son of Yissaschar, did offer. He offered for his offering 1 silver charger, the weight whereof was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mingled with oil for a meat offering. 1 spoon of gold of 10 shekels, full of incense. 1 young bullock, 1 ram, 1 lamb of the first year, for a burnt offering. 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering. And for a sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he-goats, 5 lambs of the first year. This was the offering of Nethanel, the son of Tzuar. On the 3rd day, Eliab, the son of Helon, prince of the children of Zebulun, did offer. His offering was 1 silver charger, the weight whereof was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mingled with oil for a meat offering. 1 golden spoon of 10 shekels, full of incense. 1 young bullock, 1 ram, 1 lamb of the first year, for a burnt offering. 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering. And for a sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he-goats, 5 lambs of the first year. This was the offering of Eliab, the son of Helon. On the 4th day, Eliatsur, the son of Shedeur, prince of the children of Reuben, did offer. His offering was 1 silver charger of the weight of 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mingled with oil for a meat offering. 1 golden spoon of 10 shekels, full of incense. 1 young bullock, 1 ram, 1 lamb of the first year, for a burnt offering. 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering. And for a sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he-goats, 5 lambs of the first year. This was the offering of Eliatsur, the son of Shedeur. On the 5th day, Shelumiel, the son of Tsuri Shaddai, prince of the children of Shimon, did offer. His offering was 1 silver charger, the weight whereof was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mingled with oil for a meat offering. 1 golden spoon of 10 shekels, full of incense. 1 young bullock, 1 ram, 1 lamb of the first year, for a burnt offering. 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering. And for a sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he-goats, 5 lambs of the first year. This was the offering of Shelumiel, the son of Tsuri Shaddai. On the 6th day, Eliasaph, the son of Deuel, prince of the children of Gad, offered. His offering was 1 silver charger of the weight of 130 shekels, a silver bowl of 70 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mingled with oil for a meat offering. 1 golden spoon of 10 shekels, full of incense. 1 young bullock, 1 ram, 1 lamb of the first year, for a burnt offering. 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and for a sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he-goats, 5 lambs of the first year. This was the offering of Eliasaph, the son of Deuel. On the 7th day, Elishama, the son of Ammihud, prince of the children of Ephraim, offered. His offering was 1 silver charger, the weight whereof was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels after the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour, mingled with oil for a meat offering, 1 golden spoon of 10 shekels full of incense, 1 young bullock, 1 ram, 1 lamb of the first year for a burnt offering, 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and for a sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he-goats, 5 lambs of the first year. This was the offering of Elishama, the son of Ammihud. On the 8th day offered Gamaliel, the son of Pedatsur, prince of the children of Manasseh. His offering was 1 silver charger of the weight of 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels after the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mingled with oil for a meat offering, 1 golden spoon of 10 shekels full of incense, 1 young bullock, 1 ram, 1 lamb of the first year for a burnt offering, 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and for a sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he-goats, 5 lambs of the first year. This was the offering of Gamaliel, the son of Pedatsur. On the 9th day, Abiadan, the son of Gidoni, the prince of the children of Benjamin, offered. His offering was 1 silver charger, the weight whereof was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels after the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour, mingled with oil for a meat offering, 1 golden spoon of 10 shekels full of incense, 1 young bullock, 1 ram, 1 lamb of the first year for a burnt offering, 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and for a sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he-goats, 5 lambs of the first year. This was the offering of Abiadan the son of Gidoni. On the 10th day, Ahiezer, the son of Ammishaddai, prince of the children of Dan, offered. His offering was 1 silver charger, the weight whereof was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels after the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mingled with oil for a meat offering, 1 golden spoon of 10 shekels full of incense, 1 young bullock, 1 ram, 1 lamb of the first year for a burnt offering, 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and for a sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he-goats, 5 lambs of the first year. This was the offering of Ahiezer the son of Ammishaddai. On the 11th day, Pagiel the son of Ochran, prince of the children of Asher, offered. His offering was 1 silver charger, the weight whereof was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels after the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mingled with oil for a meat offering, 1 golden spoon of 10 shekels full of incense, 1 young bullock, 1 ram, 1 lamb of the first year for a burnt offering, 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and for a sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he-goats, 5 lambs of the first year. This was the offering of Pagiel the son of Ochran. On the 12th day, Ahirah the son of Enan, the prince of the children of Naphtali, offered. His offering was 1 silver charger, the weight whereof was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels after the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mingled with oil for a meat offering, 1 golden spoon of 10 shekels full of incense, 1 young bullock, 1 ram, 1 lamb of the first year for a burnt offering, 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and for a sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he-goats, 5 lambs of the first year. This was the offering of Ahirah the son of Enan. This was the dedication of the altar, in the day when it was anointed by the princes of Yasharel. 12 chargers of silver, 12 silver bowls, 12 spoons of gold, each charger of silver weighing 130 shekels, each bowl 70, All the silver vessels weighed 2,400 shekels after the shekel of the sanctuary. The golden spoons were 12, full of incense, weighing 10 shekels apiece after the shekel of the sanctuary. All the gold of the spoons was 120 shekels. All the oxen for the burnt offering were 12 bullocks, the rams 12, the lambs of the first year 12, with their meat offering, and the kids of the goats for sin offering 12. And all the oxen for the sacrifice of the peace offerings were 24 bullocks, the rams 60, the goats 60, the lambs of the first year 60. This was the dedication of the altar. After that it was anointed. And when Moshe was gone into the tabernacle of the congregation to speak with him, then he heard the voice of one speaking unto him from off the mercy seat that was upon the ark of the testimony, from between the two cherubims, and he spoke unto him. Chapter 8. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto Aharon, and say unto him, When you light the lamps, the 7 lamps shall give light over against the candlestick. And Aharon did so. He lighted the lamps thereof over against the candlestick, as Yahuah commanded Moshe. And this work of the candlestick was of beaten gold. Unto the shaft thereof, unto the flowers thereof, was beaten work, according unto the pattern which Yahuah had showed Moshe, so he made the candlestick. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Take the leoi from among the children of Yasharel, and cleanse them, and thus shall you do unto them to cleanse them. Sprinkle water of purifying upon them, and let them shave all their flesh, and let them wash their clothes, and so make themselves clean. Then let them take a young bullock with his meat offering, even fine flour mingled with oil, and another young bullock shall you take for a sin offering. And ye shall bring the leoi before the tabernacle of the congregation, and ye shall gather the whole assembly of the children of Yasharel together. And ye shall bring the leoi before Yahuah, and the children of Yasharel shall put their hands upon the leoi. And Aharon shall offer the leoi before Yahuah for an offering of the children of Yasharel, that they may execute the service of Yahuah. And the leoi shall lay their hands upon the heads of the bullocks, and ye shall offer the one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering unto Yahuah, to make atonement for the leoi. And ye shall set the leoi before Aharon and before his sons, and offer them for an offering unto Yahuah. Thus shall you separate the leoi from among the children of Yasharel, and the leoi shall be mine. And after that shall the leoi go in to do the service of the tabernacle of the congregation. And you shall cleanse them, and offer them for an offering. For they are wholly given unto me from among the children of Yasharel, instead of such as open every womb. Even instead of the firstborn of all the children of Yasharel have I taken them unto me. For all the firstborn of the children of Yasharel are mine, both man and beast. On the day that I smote every firstborn in the land of Mitzrayim, I sanctified them for myself. And I have taken the leoi for all the firstborn of the children of Yasharel. And I have given the leoi as a gift to Aharon and to his sons from among the children of Yasharel, to do the service of the children of Yasharel in the tabernacle of the congregation, to make an atonement for the children of Yasharel, that there be no plague among the children of Yasharel when the children of Yasharel come nigh unto the sanctuary. And Moshe and Aharon and all the congregation of the children of Yasharel did to the leoi according to all that Yahuah commanded Moshe concerning the leoi. So did the children of Yasharel unto them. And the leoi were purified, and they washed their clothes, and Aharon offered them as an offering before Yahuah. And Aharon made an atonement for them to cleanse them. And after that went the leoi in to do their service in the tabernacle of the congregation before Aharon, and before his sons, as Yahuah had commanded Moshe concerning the leoi, so did they unto them. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, This is it that belongs unto the leoi. From 25 years old and upward they shall go in to wait upon the service of the tabernacle of the congregation. And from the age of 50 years they shall cease waiting upon the service thereof, and shall serve no more, but shall minister with their brethren in the tabernacle of the congregation to keep the charge, and shall do no service. Thus shall you do unto the Yahuah touching their charge. Chapter 9. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe in the wilderness of Sinai in the first month of the second year after they were come out of the land of Mitzrayim, saying, Let the children of Yasharel also keep the Pesach at his appointed season. In the 14th day of this month, at even, you shall keep it in his appointed season. According to all the rites of it, according to all the ceremonies thereof, shall you keep it. And Moshe spoke unto the children of Yasharel that they should keep the Pesach. And they kept the Pesach on the 14th day of the first month at even in the wilderness of Sinai, according to all that Yahuah commanded Moshe, so did the children of Yasharel. And there were certain men who were defiled by the dead body of a man, that they could not keep the Pesach on that day. And they came before Moshe and before Aharon on that day. And those men said unto him, We are defiled by the dead body of a man. Wherefore are we kept back, that we may not offer an offering of Yahuah in his appointed season among the children of Yasharel? And Moshe said unto them, Stand still, and I will hear what Yahuah will command concerning you. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto the children of Yasharel, saying, If any man of you or of your posterity shall be unclean by reason of a dead body, or be in a journey afar off, yet he shall keep the Pesach unto Yahuah, the 14th day of the second month, at even they shall keep it, and eat it with matzah and bitter herbs. They shall leave none of it until the morning, nor break any bone of it. According to all the ordinances of the Pesach they shall keep it. But the man that is clean, and is not in a journey, and forbears to keep the Pesach, even the same soul shall be cut off from among his people, because he brought not the offering of Yahuah in his appointed season. That man shall bear his sin. And if a stranger shall sojourn among you, and will keep the Pesach unto Yahuah, according to the ordinance of the Pesach, and according to the manner thereof, so shall he do. You shall have one ordinance, both for the stranger and for him that was born in the land. And on the day that the tabernacle was reared up, the cloud covered the tabernacle, namely, the tent of the testimony. And at even there was upon the tabernacle, as it were, the appearance of fire until the morning. So it was always. The cloud covered it by day, and the appearance of fire by night. And when the cloud was taken up from the tabernacle, then after that the children of Yasharel journeyed, and in the place where the cloud abode, there the children of Yasharel pitched their tents. At the commandment of Yahuah the children of Yasharel journeyed, and at the commandment of Yahuah they pitched. As long as the cloud abode upon the tabernacle, they rested in their tents. And when the cloud tarried long upon the tabernacle many days, then the children of Yasharel kept the charge of Yahuah and journeyed not. And so it was, when the cloud was a few days upon the tabernacle, according to the commandment of Yahuah, they abode in their tents, and according to the commandment of Yahuah, they journeyed. And so it was, when the cloud abode from even unto morning, and that the cloud was taken up in the morning, then they journeyed. Whether it was by day or by night that the cloud was taken up, they journeyed. Or whether it were 2 days, or a month, or a year, that the cloud tarried upon the tabernacle, remaining thereon, the children of Yasharel abode in their tents, and journeyed not, but when it was taken up, they journeyed. At the commandment of Yahuah they rested in the tents, and at the commandment of Yahuah they journeyed. They kept the charge of Yahuah at the commandment of Yahuah by the hand of Moshe. Chapter 10. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Make you 2 trumpets of silver, of a whole piece shall you make them, that you may use them for the calling of the assembly, and for the journeying of the camps. And when they shall blow with them, all the assembly shall assemble themselves to you at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And if they blow but with 1 trumpet, then the princes, which are the heads of the thousands of Yasharel, shall gather themselves unto you. When you blow an alarm, then the camps that lie on the east part shall go forward. When you blow an alarm the second time, then the camps that lie on the south side shall take their journey. They shall blow an alarm for their journeys. But when the congregation is to be gathered together, you shall blow, but you shall not sound an alarm. And the sons of Aharon the Kohen shall blow with the trumpets, and they shall be to you for an ordinance forever throughout your generations. And if you go to war in your land against the enemy that oppresses you, then you shall blow an alarm with the trumpets, and you shall be remembered before Yahuah your Elohim, and you shall be saved from your enemies. Also in the day of your gladness, and in the day of your solemn days, and in the beginnings of your months, ye shall blow with the trumpets over your burnt offerings, and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings, that they may be to you for a memorial before your Elohim. I am Yahuah, your Elohim. And it came to pass on the 20th day of the second month in the second year, that the cloud was taken up from off the tabernacle of the testimony. And the children of Yasharel took their journeys out of the wilderness of Sinai, and the cloud rested in the wilderness of Paran. And they first took their journey according to the commandment of Yahuah by the hand of Moshe. In the first place went the standard of the camp of the children of Yehudah, according to their armies, and over his host was Nachshon the son of Amminadab. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Yissaschar was Nathanael the son of Tzuar. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Zebulun was Eliab, the son of Chelon. And the tabernacle was taken down, and the sons of Gershon and the sons of Merari set forward, bearing the tabernacle. And the standard of the camp of Reuben set forward according to their armies. And over his host was Eliatzur, the son of Shedeur. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Shimon was Shalumiel, the son of Tsuri Shaddai. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Gad was Eliasaph, the son of Deuel. And the Kohathi set forth, bearing the sanctuary. And the other did set up the tabernacle against they came. And the standard of the camp of the children of Ephraim set forward according to their armies. And over his host was Elishama, the son of Ammihud. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Manasseh was Gamliel, the son of Padat-Zur. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Benjamin was Abiadan the son of Gidoni. And the standard of the camp of the children of Dan set forward, which was the rearward of all the camps throughout their hosts. And over his host was Ahiezer son of Ammishaddai. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Asher was Pagiel the son of Achran. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Naphtali was Ahirah the son of Enan. Thus were the journeyings of the children of Yasharel according to their armies when they set forward. And Moshe said unto Hobab the son of Reuel the Midiani, Moshe's father-in-law, We are journeying unto the place which Yahuah said, I will give it to you. Come you with us, and we will do you good, for Yahuah has spoken good concerning Yasharel. And he said unto him, I will not go, but I will depart to mine own land and to my kindred. And he said, Leave us not, I pray you. For as much as you know how we are to encamp in the wilderness, and you may be to us instead of eyes. And it shall be, if you go with us, yea, it shall be, that what goodness Yahuah shall do unto us, the same will we do unto you. And they departed from the mount of Yahuah 3 days' journey, and the ark of the covenant of Yahuah went before them in 3 days' journey to search out a resting place for them. And the cloud of Yahuah was upon them by day, when they went out of the camp. And it came to pass, when the ark set forward, that Moshe said, Rise up, Yahuah, and let your enemies be scattered, and let them that hate you flee before you. And when it rested, he said, Return, O Yahuah, unto the many thousands of Yasharel. Chapter 11. And when the people complained, it displeased Yahuah. And Yahuah heard it, and his anger was kindled. And the fire of Yahuah burnt among them, and consumed them that were in the uttermost parts of the camp. And the people cried unto Moshe, and when Moshe prayed unto Yahuah, the fire was quenched. And he called the name of the place Dabar, because the fire of Yahuah burnt among them. And the mixed multitude that was among them fell a-lusting. And the children of Yasharel also wept again, and said, Who shall give us flesh to eat? We remember the fish, which we did eat in Mitzrayim freely, the cucumbers and the melons and the leeks and the onions and the garlic. But now our soul is dried away. There is nothing at all besides this man before our eyes. And the man was as coriander seed, and the color thereof was the color of bdellium. And the people went about and gathered it, and ground it in mills, or beat it in a mortar, and baked it in pans, and made cakes of it. And the taste of it was as the taste of fresh oil. And when the dew fell upon the camp in the night, the man fell upon it. Then Moshe heard the people weep throughout their families, every man in the door of his tent. And the anger of Yahuah was kindled greatly. Moshe also was displeased. And Moshe said unto Yahuah, Where have you afflicted your servant? And where have I not found favor in your sight, that you lay the burden of all of this people upon me? Have I conceived all this people? Have I begotten them, that you should say unto me, Carry them in your bosom, as a nursing father bears the suckling child, into the land which you swore unto their fathers? Whence should I have flesh to give unto all this people? For they weep unto me, saying, Give us flesh, that we may eat. I am not able to bear all this people alone, because it is too heavy for me. And if you deal thus with me, kill me, I pray you, out of hand, if I have found favor in your sight, and let me not see my wretchedness. And Yahuah said unto Moshe, Gather unto me 70 men of the elders of Yasharel, whom you know to be elders of the people, and officers over them, and bring them unto the tabernacle of the congregation, that they may stand there with you. And I will come down and talk with you there, and I will take of the Spirit which is upon you, and will put it upon them. And they shall bear the burden of the people with you, that you bear it not yourself alone. And say you unto the people, Sanctify yourselves against tomorrow, and ye shall eat flesh. For ye have wept in the ears of Yahuah, saying, Who shall give us flesh to eat? For it was well with us in Mitzrayim. Therefore Yahuah will give you flesh, and you shall eat. You shall not eat 1 day, nor 2 days, nor 5 days, neither 10 days, nor 20 days, but even a whole month, until it come out at your nostrils, and it be loathsome unto you, because that you have despised Yahuah, which is among you, and have wept before him, saying, Why came we forth out of Mitzrayim? And Moshe said, The people among whom I am are 600,000 footmen, and you have said, I will give them flesh, that they may eat a whole month. Shall the flocks and the herds be slain for them to suffice them? Or shall all the fish of the sea be gathered together for them to suffice them? And Yahuah said unto Moshe, Is Yahuah's hand waxed short? You shall see now whether my word shall come to pass unto you or not. And Moshe went out, and told the people the words of Yahuah, and gathered the 70 men of the elders of the people, and set them round about the tabernacle. And Yahuah came down in a cloud, and spoke unto him, and took of the Spirit that was upon him, and gave it unto the 70 elders. And it came to pass, that when the Spirit rested upon them, they prophesied, and did not cease. But there remained 2 of the men in the camp. The name of one was Eldad, and the name of the other was Medad, and the Spirit rested upon them, and they were of them that were written, but went not out unto the tabernacle, and they prophesied in the camp. And there ran a young man, and told Moshe, and said, Eldad and Medad do prophesy in the camp. And Yahusha, the son of Nun, the servant of Moshe, one of his young men, answered and said, My lord Moshe, forbid them. And Moshe said unto him, Envy you for my sake? If only all the Yahuah's people were prophets, that Yahuah would put his ruach upon them. And Moshe gat him into the camp, he and the elders of Yasharel. And there went forth a wind from Yahuah, and brought the quails from the sea, and let them fall by the camp, as it were a day's journey on this side, and as it were a day's journey on the other side, round about the camp, and as it were 2 cubits high upon the face of the earth. And the people stood up all that day, and all that night, and all the next day, and they gathered the quails. He that gathered the least gathered 10 homers, and they spread them abroad for themselves round about the camp. And while the flesh was yet between their teeth, ere it was chewed, the wrath of Yahuah was kindled against the people, and Yahuah smote the people with a very great plague. And he called the name of that place Kibroth Hattaavah, because there they buried the people that lusted. And the people journeyed from Kibroth Hattaavah unto Hatzeroth, and abode at Hatzeroth. Chapter 12. And Miriam and Aharon spoke against Moshe because of the Cushite woman whom he had married, for he had married a Cushite woman. And they said, Has Yahuah indeed spoken only by Moshe? Has he not spoken also by us? And Yahuah heard it. Now the man Moshe was very meek above all the men which were upon the face of the earth. And Yahuah spoke suddenly unto Moshe, and unto Aharon, and unto Miriam, Come out, you three, unto the tabernacle of the congregation. And they three came out. And Yahuah came down in the pillar of the cloud, and stood in the door of the tabernacle, and called Aharon and Miriam, and they both came forth. And he said, Hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, Yahuah, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. My servant Moshe is not so, who is faithful in all mine house. With him I will speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches, and the similitude of Yahuah shall he behold. Wherefore then were you not afraid to speak against my servant Moshe? And the anger of Yahuah was kindled against them, and he departed. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aharon looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. And Aharon said unto Moshe, Alas, my lord, I beseech you, lay not the sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed when he come out of his mother's womb. And Moshe cried unto Yahuah, saying, Heal her now, O El, I beseech you. And Yahuah said unto Moshe, If her father had but spit in her face, should she not be ashamed 7 days? Let her be shut out from the camp 7 days, and after that let her be received again. And Miriam was shut out from the camp 7 days, and the people journeyed not till Miriam was brought in again. And afterward the people removed from Hatzeroth, and pitched in the wilderness of Paran. Chapter 13. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Send you men, that they may search the land of Canaan, which I give unto the children of Yasharel. Of every tribe of their fathers shall you send a man, every one a ruler among them. And Moshe, by the commandment of Yahuah, sent them from the wilderness of Paran. All those men were the heads of the children of Yasharel. And these were their names: of the tribe of Reuben, Shamuah, the son of Zakur; of the tribe of Shimon, Shaphat, the son of Hori; of the tribe of Yehudah, Caleb, the son of Jephunneh; the tribe of Yissaschar, Yigal, the son of Yosef; of the tribe of Ephraim, Hoshea, the son of Nun; of the tribe of Benjamin, Paltai, the son of Raphu; of the tribe of Zebulun, Gadiel, the son of Sodi; of the tribe of Yosef, namely, of the tribe of Manasseh, Gadi, the son of Susi; of the tribe of Dan, Amiel, the son of Gem-ali; of the tribe of Asher, Setur, the son of Mikael; of the tribe of Naphtali, Nachbi, the son of Wapsi; of the tribe of Gad, Geuel, the son of Maki. These are the names of the men which Moshe sent to spy out the land. And Moshe called Hoshea, the son of Nun, Yahusha. And Moshe sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, and said unto them, Get you up this way southward, and go up into the mountain, and see the land, what it is, and the people that dwells therein, whether they be strong or weak, few or many, and what the land is that they dwell in, whether it be good or bad, and what cities they be that they dwell in, whether in tents or in strongholds, and what the land is, whether it be fat or lean, whether there be wood therein or not, and be you of good courage, and bring of the fruit of the land. Now the time was the time of the first ripe grapes. So they went up and searched the land from the wilderness of Tsin unto Rehob as the men came to Hamath. And they ascended by the south, and came unto Hebron, where Ahiman, Sheshai, and Talmai, the children of Anak, were. Now Hebron was built 7 years before Tsoan in Mitzrayim. And they came unto the brook of Eshcol, and cut down from thence a branch with one cluster of grapes, and they bare it between two upon a staff. And they brought of the pomegranates and of the figs. The place was called Nahal Eshcol, because of the cluster of grapes which the children of Yasharel cut down from thence. And they returned from searching of the land after 40 days. And they went and came to Moshe and to Aharon and to all the congregation of the children of Yasharel unto the wilderness of Paran, to Kadesh, and brought back word unto them, and unto all the congregation, and showed them the fruit of the land. And they told him and said, We came unto the land whither you sent us, and surely it flows with milk and honey, and this is the fruit of it. Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land, and the cities are walled, and very great. And moreover, we saw the children of Anak there. The Amaleki dwell in the land of the south, and the Hitti, and the Yebusi, and the Emori dwell in the mountains, and the Canaani dwell by the sea, and by the coast of Yarden. And Caleb stilled the people before Moshe, and said, Let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it. But the men that went up with him said, We be not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we. And they brought up an evil report of the land, which they had searched unto the children of Yasharel, saying, The land through which we have gone to search it, it is a land that eats up the inhabitants thereof, and all the people that we saw in it are men of great stature. And there we saw the Nephil, the sons of Anak, which came of the Nephil, and we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight. Chapter 14. And all the congregation lifted up their voice and cried, and the people wept that night. And all the children of Yasharel murmured against Moshe and against Aharon, and the whole congregation said unto them, Would we had died in the land of Mitzrayim, or in this wilderness would we have died. And wherefore hath Yahuah brought us unto this land, to fall by the sword, that our wives and our children should be a prey? Were it not better for us to return into Mitzrayim? And they said to one another, Let us make a captain, and let us return to Mitzrayim. Then Moshe and Aharon fell on their faces before all the assembly of the congregation of the children of Yasharel. And Yahusha the son of Nun, and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, which were of them that searched the land, rent their clothes. And they spoke unto all the company of the children of Yasharel, saying, The land which we passed through to search it is an exceedingly good land. If Yahuah delight in us, then he will bring us into this land, and give it us, a land which flows with milk and honey. Only rebel not you against Yahuah, neither fear ye the people of the land, for they are bread for us. Their defense is departed from them, and Yahuah is with us. Fear them not. But all the congregation bade stone them with stones. And the glory of Yahuah appeared in the tabernacle of the congregation before all the children of Yasharel. And Yahuah said unto Moshe, How long will this people provoke me? And how long will it be ere they believe me, for all the signs which I have showed among them? I will smite them with the pestilence, and disinherit them. I will make of you a greater nation, and mightier than they. And Moshe said unto Yahuah, Then the Mitzrayim shall hear it, for you brought up this people in your might from among them. And they will tell it to the inhabitants of this land, for they have heard that you, Yahuah, art among this people, that you, Yahuah, are seen face to face, and that your cloud stands over them, and that you go before them by daytime in a pillar of a cloud, and in a pillar of fire by night. Now, if you shall kill all this people as one man, then the nations which have heard the fame of you will speak, saying, Because Yahuah was not able to bring this people into the land which he swore unto him, therefore he has slain them in the wilderness. And now I beseech you, let the power of my Adonai be great, according as you have spoken, saying, Yahuah is long-suffering and of great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgression, and by no means clearing the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation. Pardon, I beseech you, the iniquity of this people, according unto the greatness of your mercy, and as you have forgiven this people from Mitzrayim even until now. And Yahuah said, I have pardoned according to your word, but as truly as I live, all the earth shall be filled with the glory of Yahuah. Because all those men which have seen my glory and my miracles which I did in Mitzrayim and in the wilderness have tempted me now these 10 times, and have not hearkened to my voice, surely they shall not see the land which I swore unto their fathers, neither shall any of them that provoked me see it. But my servant Caleb, because he had another spirit with him, and has followed me fully, him will I bring into the land whereinto he went, and his seed shall possess it. Now the Amaleki and the Canaanite dwelt in the valley. Tomorrow turn you, and get you into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe and unto Aharon, saying, How long shall I bear with this evil congregation, which murmur against me? I have heard the murmurings of the children of Yasharel, which they murmur against me. Say unto them, As truly as I live, said Yahuah, as you have spoken in mine ears, so will I do to you. Your carcasses shall fall in this wilderness, and all that were numbered of you, according to your whole number, from 20 years old and upward, which have murmured against me, doubtless you shall not come into the land, concerning which I swore to make you dwell therein, save Caleb the son of Jephunneh, and Yahusha the son of Nun. But your little ones, which you said should be a prey, them will I bring in, and they shall know the land which you have despised. But as for you, your carcasses, they shall fall in this wilderness. And your children shall wander in the wilderness 40 years, and bear your whoredoms until your carcasses be wasted in the wilderness. After the number of the days in which you search the land, even 40 days, each day for a year shall you bear your iniquities, even 40 years. And you shall know my breach of promise. I, Yahuah, have said, I will surely do it unto all this evil congregation that are gathered together against me. In this wilderness they shall be consumed, and there they shall die. And the men which Moshe sent to search the land, who returned and made all the congregation to murmur against him by bringing up a slander upon the land, even those men that did bring up the evil report upon the land, died by the plague before Yahuah. But Yahusha the son of Nun, and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, which were of the men that went up to search the land, lived still. And Moshe told these sayings unto all the children of Yasharel, and the people mourned greatly. And they rose up early in the morning, and gat them up into the top of the mountain, saying, Lo, we be here, and we will go up unto the place which Yahuah has promised, for we have sinned. And Moshe said, Wherefore now you transgress the commandment of Yahuah, but it shall not prosper. Go not up, for Yahuah is not among you, that you be not smitten before your enemies. For the Amaleki and the Canaanite are there before you, and you shall fall by the sword, because you are turned away from Yahuah. Therefore Yahuah will not be with you. But they presumed to go up unto the hilltop. Nevertheless, the ark of the covenant of Yahuah and Moshe departed not out of the camp. Then the Amaleki came down, and the Canaanite which dwelt in that hill, and smote them, and discomfited them, even unto Hormath. Chapter 15. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto the children of Yasharel, and say unto them, When you be come into the land of your habitations, which I give unto you, and will make an offering by fire unto Yahuah, a burnt offering, or a sacrifice in performing a vow, or in a free will offering, or in your solemn feast, to make a sweet savor unto Yahuah, of the herd or of the flock, Then shall he that offers his offering unto Yahuah bring a meat offering of a 10th deal of flour mingled with the 4th part of a hin of oil. And the 4th part of a hin of wine for a drink offering shall you prepare with the burnt offering or sacrifice for one lamb. Or for a ram you shall prepare for a meat offering 2/10 deals of flour mingled with the 3rd part of a hin of oil. And for a drink offering you shall offer the 3rd part of a hin of wine for a sweet savor unto Yahuah. And when you prepare a bullock for a burnt offering, or for a sacrifice in performing a vow, or peace offerings unto Yahuah, then shall he bring with a bullock a meat offering of 3/10 deals of flour mingled with a half hin of oil. And you shall bring for a drink offering half a hin of wine, for an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto Yahuah. Thus shall it be done for one bullock, or for one ram, or for a lamb, or a kid. According to the number that you shall prepare, so shall you do every one according to their number. All that are born of the country shall do these things after this manner, in offering an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto Yahuah. And if a stranger sojourn with you, or whosoever be among you in your generations, and will offer an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto Yahuah, as you do, so he shall do. One ordinance shall be both for you of the congregation, and also for the stranger that sojourns with you, an ordinance forever in your generations. As you are, so shall the stranger be before Yahuah. One law and one manner shall be for you, and for the stranger that sojourns with you. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto the children of Yasharel, and say unto them, When you come into the land whither I bring you, then it shall be that when you eat of the bread of the land, you shall offer up a heave offering unto Yahuah. You shall offer up a cake of the first of your dough for a heave offering. As you do the heave offering of the threshing floor, so shall you heave it. Of the first of your dough you shall give unto Yahuah a heave offering in your generations. And if you have erred and not observed all these commandments which Yahuah has spoken unto Moshe, even all that Yahuah has commanded you by the hand of Moshe, from the day that Yahuah commanded Moshe, and henceforward among your generations, then it shall be, if aught be committed by ignorance without knowledge of the congregation, that all the congregation shall offer one young bullock for a burnt offering, for a sweet savor unto Yahuah, with his meat offering and his drink offering, according to the manner, and one kid of the goats for a sin offering. And the Kohen shall make an atonement for all the congregation of the children of Yasharel, and it shall be forgiven them, for it is ignorance, and they shall bring their offering, a sacrifice made by fire unto Yahuah, and their sin offering before Yahuah for their ignorance. And it shall be forgiven all the congregation of the children of Yasharel, and the stranger that sojourns among them, seeing all the people were in ignorance. And if any soul sin through ignorance, then he shall bring a she-goat of the first year for a sin offering. And the Kohen shall make an atonement for the soul that sins ignorantly, when he sins by ignorance before Yahuah, to make an atonement for him, and it shall be forgiven him. You shall have one law for him that sins through ignorance, both for him that is born among the children of Yasharel, and for the stranger that sojourns among them. But the soul that does aught presumptuously, whether he be born in the land or a stranger, the same reproaches Yahuah, and that soul shall be cut off from among his people. Because he has despised the word of Yahuah, and has broken his commandment, that soul shall utterly be cut off, his iniquity shall be upon him. And while the children of Yasharel were in the wilderness, they found a man that gathered sticks upon the Shabbath day. And they that found him gathering sticks brought him unto Moshe and Aharon, and unto all the congregation. And they put him in ward, because it was not declared what should be done to him. And Yahuah said unto Moshe, The man shall be surely put to death. All the congregation shall stone him with stones without the camp. And all the congregation brought him without the camp, and stoned him with stones, and he died, as Yahuah commanded Moshe. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto the children of Yasharel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a riband of blue. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that you may look upon it. and remember all the commandments of Yahuah, and do them, and that you seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which you used to go a-whoring, that you may remember and do all my commandments, and be holy unto your Elohim. I am Yahuah your Elohim, which brought you out of the land of Mitzrayim, to be your Elohim. I am Yahuah your Elohim. Chapter 16. Now Korach, the son of Yitzhar, the son of Kehath, the son of Leui, and Dathan, and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, and On, the sons of Peleth, sons of Reuben, took men, and they rose up before Moshe with certain of the children of Yasharel, 250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation, men of renown. And they gathered themselves together against Moshe and against Aharon, and said unto them, You take too much upon you, seeing all the congregation are holy, every one of them, and Yahuah is among them. Wherefore then lift you up yourselves above the congregation of Yahuah? And when Moshe heard it, he fell upon his face. And he spoke unto Korach and unto all his company, saying, Even tomorrow Yahuah will show who are his, and who is holy, and will cause him to come near unto him. Even him who he has chosen will he cause to come near unto him. This do, take you censers, Korach, and all his company, and put fire therein, and put incense in them before Yahuah tomorrow. And it shall be that the man whom Yahuah does choose, he shall be holy. You take too much upon you, you sons of Leui. And Moshe said unto Korach, Hear, I pray you, you sons of Leui. Seems it but a small thing unto you that the Elohim of Yasharel has separated you from the congregation of Yasharel, to bring you near to himself to do the service of the tabernacle of Yahuah, and to stand before the congregation to minister unto them? And he has brought you near unto him, and all your brethren, the sons of Leui, with you, and seek you the kahuna also. For which cause both you and all your company are gathered together against Yahuah? And what is Aharon that you murmur against him? And Moshe sent to call Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, which said, We will not come up. Is it a small thing that you have brought us up out of a land that flows with milk and honey to kill us in the wilderness, except you make yourself altogether a prince over us? Moreover, you have not brought us into a land that flows with milk and honey, or given us inheritance of fields and vineyards. Will you put out the eyes of these men? We will not come up. And Moshe was very wroth, and said unto Yahuah, Respect not you their offering. I have not taken one ass from them, neither have I hurt one of them. And Moshe said unto Korach, Be you and all your company before Yahuah, you and they and Aharon, tomorrow, and take every man his censer, and put incense in them, and bring you before Yahuah, every man his censer, 250 censers, you also and Aharon, each of you his censer. And they took every man his censer, and put fire in them, and laid incense thereon, and stood in the door of the tabernacle of the congregation with Moshe and Aharon. And Korach gathered all the congregation against them unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And the glory of Yahuah appeared unto all the congregation. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, and said unto Aharon, saying, Separate yourself from among this congregation, that I may consume them in a moment. And they fell upon their faces, and said, O El, the Elohim of the spirits of all flesh, shall one man sin, and will you be wroth with all the congregation? And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto the congregation, saying, Get you up from about the tabernacle of Korach, Dathan, and Abiram. And Moshe rose up and went unto Dathan and Abiram, and the elders of Yasharel followed him. And he spoke unto the congregation, saying, Depart, I pray you, from the tents of these wicked men, and touch nothing of theirs, lest you be consumed in all their sins. So they gat up from the tabernacle of Korach, Dathan, and Abiram on every side. And Dathan and Abiram came out and stood in the door of their tents, and their wives, and their sons, and their little children. And Moshe said, Hereby ye shall know that Yahuah has sent me to do all these works, for I have not done them of mine own mind. If these men die the common death of all men, or if they be visited after the visitation of all men, then Yahuah has not sent me. But if Yahuah make a new thing, and the earth open her mouth and swallow them up with all that appertain unto them, and they go down quick into the pit, then ye shall understand that these men have provoked Yahuah. And it came to pass, as he had made an end of speaking all these words, that the ground clave asunder that was under them, and the earth opened her mouth, and swallowed them up, and their houses, and the men that appertained unto Korach, and all their goods. They, and all that appertained to them, went down alive into the pit, and the earth closed upon them, and they perished from among the congregation. And all Yasharel that were round about them fled at the cry of them, for they said, Lest the earth swallow us up also. And there came out a fire from Yahuah, and consumed the 250 men that offered incense. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto Eleazar the son of Aharon the Kohen, that he take up the censers out of the burning, and scatter you the fire yonder, for they are hallowed. The censers of these sinners against their own souls, let them make broad plates for a covering of the altar, for they offered them before Yahuah, therefore they are hallowed, and they shall be a sign unto the children of Yasharel. And Eleazar the Kohen took the brazen censers wherewith they that were burnt had offered, and they were made broad plates for a covering of the altar, to be a memorial unto the children of Yasharel, that no stranger which is not of the seed of Aharon come near to offer incense before Yahuah, that he be not as Korach and his company, as Yahuah said to him by the hand of Moshe. But on the morrow all the congregation of the children of Yasharel murmured against Moshe and Aharon, saying, You have killed the people of Yahuah. And it came to pass, when the congregation was gathered against Moshe and against Aharon, that they looked toward the tabernacle of the congregation, and behold, the cloud covered it, and the glory of Yahuah appeared. And Moshe and Aharon came before the tabernacle of the congregation. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Get you up from among this congregation, that I may consume them as in a moment. And they fell upon their faces. And Moshe said unto Aharon, Take a censer, and put fire therein from off the altar, and put on incense, and go quickly unto the congregation, and make an atonement for them, for there is wrath gone out from Yahuah, the plague is begun. And Aharon took as Moshe commanded, and ran into the midst of the congregation. And behold, the plague was begun among the people, and he put on incense, and made an atonement for the people. And he stood between the dead and the living, and the plague was stayed. Now they that died in the plague were 14,700, besides them that died about the matter of Korach. And Aharon returned unto Moshe unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the plague was stayed. Chapter 17. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto the children of Yasharel, and take of every one of them a rod according to the house of their fathers, of all their princes according to the house of their fathers 12 rods. Write you every man's name upon his rod. And you shall write Aharon's name upon the rod of Leui, for 1 rod shall be for the head of the house of their fathers. And you shall lay them up in the tabernacle of the congregation before the testimony, where I will meet with you. And it shall come to pass that the man's rod, whom I shall choose, shall blossom, and I will make to cease from me the murmurings of the children of Yasharel, whereby they murmur against you. And Moshe spoke unto the children of Yasharel, and every one of their princes gave him a rod apiece, for each prince 1, according to their fathers' houses, even 12 rods. And the rod of Aharon was among their rods. And Moshe laid up the rods before Yahuah in the tabernacle of witness. And it came to pass that on the morrow Moshe went into the tabernacle of witness, and behold, the rod of Aharon for the house of Leui was budded, and brought forth buds, and bloomed blossoms, and yielded almonds. And Moshe brought out all the rods from before Yahuah unto all the children of Yasharel, and they looked, and took every man his rod. And Yahuah said unto Moshe, Bring Aharon's rod again before the testimony, to be kept for a token against the rebels, and you shall quite take away their murmurings from me, that they die not. And Moshe did so, as Yahuah commanded him, so did he. And the children of Yasharel spoke unto Moshe, saying, Behold, we die, we perish, we all perish. Whosoever comes anything near unto the tabernacle of Yahuah shall die. Shall we be consumed with dying? Chapter 18. And Yahuah said unto Aharon, You and your sons and your father's house with you shall bear the iniquity of the sanctuary, and you and your sons with you shall bear the iniquity of your kahuna, and your brethren also of the tribe of Leui, the tribe of your father, bring you with you, that they may be joined unto you, and minister unto you. But you and your sons with you shall minister before the tabernacle of witness. And they shall keep your charge, and the charge of all the tabernacle. Only they shall not come nigh the vessels of the sanctuary and the altar, that neither they nor you also die. And they shall be joined unto you, and keep the charge of the tabernacle of the congregation, for all the service of the tabernacle, and a stranger shall not come nigh unto you. And ye shall keep the charge of the sanctuary, and the charge of the altar, that there be no wrath any more upon the children of Yasharel. And I, behold, I have taken your brethren, the Leui, from among the children of Yasharel. To you they are given as a gift for Yahuah, to do the service of the tabernacle of the congregation. Therefore, you and your sons with you shall keep your kahuna for everything of the altar, and within the veil, and you shall serve. I have given your kahuna unto you as a service of gift, and the stranger that comes nigh shall be put to death. And Yahuah spoke unto Aharon, Behold, I also have given you the charge of mine heave offerings of all the hallowed things of the children of Yasharel. Unto you have I given them by reason of the anointing, and to your sons by an ordinance forever. This shall be yours of the most holy things, reserved from the fire. Every oblation of theirs, every meat offering of theirs, and every sin offering of theirs, and every trespass offering of theirs which they shall render unto me, shall be most holy for you and for your sons. In the most holy place shall you eat it, every male shall eat it. It shall be holy unto you. And this is yours, the heave offering of their gift, with all the wave offerings of the children of Yasharel. I have given them unto you, and to your sons and to your daughters with you, by a statute forever. Every one that is clean in your house shall eat of it. All the best of the oil, and all the best of the wine, and of the wheat, the first fruits of them which they shall offer unto Yahuah, them have I given you. And whatsoever is ripe in the land, which they shall bring unto Yahuah, shall be yours, and every one that is clean in your house shall eat of it. Everything devoted in Yasharel shall be yours. Everything that opens the matrix in all flesh, which they bring unto Yahuah, whether it be of men or beast, shall be yours. Nevertheless, the firstborn of man shall you surely redeem, and the firstling of unclean beasts shall you redeem. And those that are to be redeemed from a month old shall you redeem, according to your estimation, for the money of 5 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary, which is 20 gerahs. But the firstling of a cow, or the firstling of a sheep, or the firstling of a goat, you shall not redeem. They are holy. You shall sprinkle their blood upon the altar, and shall burn their fat for an offering made by fire, for a sweet savor unto Yahuah. And the flesh of them shall be yours, as the wave breast and as the right shoulder are yours. All the heave offerings of the holy things, which the children of Yasharel offer unto Yahuah, have I given you, and your sons and your daughters with you, by a statute forever. It is a covenant of salt forever before Yahuah unto you and to your seed with you. And Yahuah spoke unto Aharon, Ye shall have no inheritance in their land, neither shall you have any part among them. I am your part and your inheritance among the children of Yasharel. And behold, I have given the children of Leui all the 10th in Yasharel for an inheritance, for their service which they serve, even the service of the tabernacle of the congregation. Neither must the children of Yasharel henceforth come nigh the tabernacle of the congregation, lest they bear sin and die. But the Leui shall do the service of the tabernacle of the congregation, and they shall bear their iniquity. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations, that among the children of Yasharel they have no inheritance. But the tithes of the children of Yasharel, which they offer as a heave offering unto Yahuah, I have given to the Leui to inherit. Therefore I have said unto them, among the children of Yasharel they shall have no inheritance. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Thus speak unto the Leui, and say unto them, When you take of the children of Yasharel the tithes which I have given you from them for your inheritance, then you shall offer up a heave offering of it for Yahuah, even a 10th part of the tithe. And this your heave offering shall be reckoned unto you, as though it were the corn of the threshing floor, and as the fullness of the winepress. Thus you also shall offer an heave offering unto Yahuah of all your tithes, which you receive of the children of Yasharel. And you shall give thereof Yahuah's heave offering to Aharon the Kohen. Out of all your gifts you shall offer every heave offering of Yahuah, of all the best thereof, even the hallowed part thereof out of it. Therefore you shall say unto them, When you have heaved the best thereof from it, then it shall be counted unto Leui as the increase of the threshing floor, and as the increase of the winepress. And ye shall eat it in every place, ye and your households, for it is your reward for your service in the tabernacle of the congregation. And you shall bear no sin by reason of it, when you have heaved from it the best of it. Neither shall you pollute the holy things of the children of Yasharel, lest you die. Chapter 19. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe and unto Aharon, saying, This is the ordinance of the law which Yahuah has commanded, saying, Speak unto the children of Yasharel, that they bring you a red heifer without spot, wherein is no blemish, and upon which never came yoke. And ye shall give her unto Eleazar the Kohen, that he may bring her forth without the camp, and one shall slay her before his face. And Eleazar the Kohen shall take of her blood with his finger, and sprinkle of her blood directly before the tabernacle of the congregation 7 times. And one shall burn the heifer in his sight, her skin and her flesh and her blood with her dung shall he burn. And the Kohen shall take cedar wood and hyssop and scarlet, and cast it into the midst of the burning of the heifer. Then the Kohen shall wash his clothes, and he shall bathe his flesh in water, and afterward he shall come into the camp, and the Kohen shall be unclean until even. And he that burns her shall wash his clothes in water, and bathe his flesh in water, and shall be unclean until even. And the man that is clean shall gather up the ashes of the heifer, and lay them up without the camp in a clean place. And it shall be kept for the congregation of the children of Yasharel for a water of separation. It is a purification for sin. And he that gathereth the ashes of the heifer shall wash his clothes, and be unclean until even. And it shall be unto the children of Yasharel, and unto the stranger that sojourns among them, for a statute forever. He that touches the dead body of any man shall be unclean 7 days. He shall purify himself with it on the 3rd day, and on the 7th day he shall be clean. But if he purify not himself on the 3rd day, then the 7th day he shall not be clean. Whosoever touches the dead body of any man that is dead, and purifies not himself, defiles the tabernacle of Yahuah, and that soul shall be cut off from Yasharel, because the water of separation was not sprinkled upon him. He shall be unclean. His uncleanness is yet upon him. This is the law when a man dies in a tent. All that come into the tent, and all that is in the tent, shall be unclean 7 days. And every open vessel which has no covering bound upon it is unclean. And whosoever touches one that is slain with a sword in the open fields, or a dead body, or a bone of a man, or a grave, shall be unclean 7 days. And for an unclean person they shall take of the ashes of the burnt heifer of purification for sin, and running water shall be put thereto in a vessel. And a clean person shall take hyssop, and dip it in the water, and sprinkle it upon the tent, and upon all the vessels, and upon the persons that were there, and upon him that touched a bone, or one slain, or one dead, or a grave. And the clean person shall sprinkle upon the unclean on the 3rd day, and on the 7th day. And on the seventh day he shall purify himself, and wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and shall be clean at even. But the man that shall be unclean, and shall not purify himself, that soul shall be cut off from among the congregation, because he has defiled the sanctuary of Yahuah. The water of separation hath not been sprinkled upon him. He is unclean. And it shall be a perpetual statute unto them, that he that sprinkles the water of separation shall wash his clothes, and he that touches the water of separation shall be unclean until even. And whatsoever the unclean person touches shall be unclean, and the soul that touches it shall be unclean until even. Chapter 20. Then came the children of Yasharel, even the whole congregation, into the desert of Sin in the first month, and the people abode in Kadesh, and Miriam died there and was buried there. And there was no water for the congregation, and they gathered themselves together against Moshe and against Aharon. And the people chode with Moshe, and spoke, saying, Would we had died in the destruction of our brethren before Yahuah! And why have you brought up the congregation of Yahuah into this wilderness, that we and our cattle should die there? And wherefore have you made us to come up out of Mitzrayim, to bring us in unto this evil place? It is no place of seed, or of figs, or of vines, or of pomegranates, neither is there any water to drink. And Moshe and Aharon went from the presence of the assembly unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and they fell upon their faces, and the glory of Yahuah appeared unto them. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Take the rod, and gather you the assembly together, you and Aharon your brother, and speak you unto the rock before their eyes, and it shall give forth his water, and you shall bring forth to them water out of the rock. So you shall give the congregation and their beasts drink. And Moshe took the rod from before Yahuah, as he commanded him. And Moshe and Aharon gathered the congregation together before the rock, and he said unto them, Hear now, you rebels, must we fetch you water out of this rock? And Moshe lifted up his hand, and with his rod he smote the rock twice, and the water came out abundantly, and the congregation drank, and their beasts also. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe and Aharon, Because you believed me not to sanctify me in the eyes of the children of Yasharel, therefore you shall not bring this congregation into the land which I have given them. This is the water of Meribah, because the children of Yasharel strove with Yahuah, and he was sanctified in them. And Moshe sent messengers from Kadesh unto the king of Edom. Thus said your brother Yasharel, You know all the travail that has befallen us, how our fathers went down into Mitzrayim, and we have dwelt in Mitzrayim a long time, and the Mitzrayim vexed us and our fathers. And when we cried unto Yahuah, he heard our voice, and sent an angel, and has brought us forth out of Mitzrayim. And behold, we are in Kadesh, a city in the uttermost of your border. Let us pass, I pray you, through your country. We will not pass through the fields or through the vineyards, neither will we drink of the water of the wells. We will go by the king's highway. We will not turn to the right hand nor to the left, until we have passed your borders. And Edom said unto him, You shall not pass by me, lest I come out against you with the sword. And the children of Yasharel said unto him, We will go by the highway, and if I and my cattle drink of your water, then I will pay for it. I will only, without doing anything else, go through on my feet. And he said, You shall not go through. And Edom came out against him with much people, and with a strong hand. Thus Edom refused to give Yasharel passage through his border. Wherefore Yasharel turned away from him. And the children of Yasharel, even the whole congregation, journeyed from Kadesh and came unto Mount Hor. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe and Aharon in Mount Hor by the coast of the land of Edom, saying, Aharon shall be gathered unto his people, for he shall not enter into the land which I have given unto the children of Yasharel, because you rebelled against my word at the water of Meribah. Take Aharon and Eleazar his son, and bring them up unto Mount Hor. And strip Aharon of his garments, and put them upon Eleazar his son, and Aharon shall be gathered unto his people, and shall die there. And Moshe did as Yahuah commanded, And they went up into Mount Hor in the sight of all the congregation. And Moshe stripped Aharon of his garments, and put them on Eleazar his son. And Aharon died there in the top of the mount, and Moshe and Eleazar came down from the mount. And when all the congregation saw that Aharon was dead, they mourned for Aharon 30 days, even all the house of Yasharel. Chapter 21. And when King Arad, the Canaanite, which dwelled in the south, heard tell that Yasharel came by the way of the spies, then he fought against Yasharel, and took some of them prisoners. And Yasharel vowed a vow unto Yahuah, and said, If you will indeed deliver this people into my hand, then I will utterly destroy their cities. And Yahuah hearkened unto the voice of Yasharel, and delivered up the Canaanite, and they utterly destroyed them and their cities. And he called the name of the place Hormah. And they journeyed from Mount Hor by the way of the Red Sea to compass the land of Edom. And the soul of the people was much discouraged because of the way. And the people spoke against Elohim and against Moshe. Wherefore have you brought us up out of Mitzrayim to die in the wilderness? For there is no bread, neither is there any water, and our soul loathes this light bread. And Yahuah sent fiery serpents among the people, and they bit the people, and much people of Yasharel died. Therefore the people came to Moshe and said, We have sinned, we have spoken against Yahuah and against you. Pray unto Yahuah that he take away the serpents from us. And Moshe prayed for the people. And Yahuah said unto Moshe, Make you a fiery serpent, and set it upon a pole, and it shall come to pass that everyone that is bitten, when he looks upon it, shall live. And Moshe made a serpent of brass, and put it upon a pole. And it came to pass that if a serpent had bitten any man, when he beheld the serpent of brass, he lived. And the children of Yasharel set forward, and pitched in Oboth. And they journeyed from Oboth, and pitched at Iye-ha-abarim, in the wilderness which is before Moab, toward the sun rising. From thence they removed, and pitched in the valley of Zared. From thence they removed, and pitched on the other side of Arnon, which is in the wilderness that comes out of the coast of the Emori. For Arnon is the border of Moab, between Moab and the Emori. Wherefore it is said in the book of the wars of Yahuah, what he did in the Red Sea, and in the brooks of Arnon, and at the stream of the brooks that go down to the welling of Ar, and lies upon the border of Moab. And from thence they went to Beer. That is the well whereof Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, Gather the people together, and I will give them water. Then Yasharel sang this song, Spring up, O well, sing you unto it. The princes dug the well, the nobles of the people dug it, by the direction of the lawgiver with their staves. And from the wilderness they went to Mattanah, and from Mattanah to Nachaliel, and from Nachaliel to Bamoth. And from Bamoth in the valley, that is, in the country of Moab, to the top of Pisgah, which looks towards Yeshimon. And Yasharel sent messengers unto Sihon, the king of the Emori, saying, Let me pass through your land. We will not turn into the fields, or into the vineyards. We will not drink of the waters of the well, but we will go along by the king's highway until we be past your borders. And Sihon would not suffer Yasharel to pass through his border. But Sihon gathered all his people together, and went out against Yasharel into the wilderness. And he came to Yahatz, and fought against Yasharel. And Yasharel smote him with the edge of the sword, and possessed his land from Arnon unto Yabach, even unto the children of Ammon, for the border of the children of Ammon was strong. And Yasharel took all these cities, and Yasharel dwelt in all the cities of the Emori, in Heshbon, in all the villages thereof. For Heshbon was the city of Sihon, the king of the Emori, who had fought against the former king of Moab, and taken all his land out of his hand, even unto Arnon. Wherefore they that speak in Proverbs say, Come into Heshbon, let the city of Sihon be built and prepared. For there is a fire gone out of Heshbon, a flame from the city of Sihon. It has consumed Ar of Moab, and the lords of the high places of Arnon. Woe to you, Moab! You are undone, O people of Chemosh. He has given his sons that escaped, and his daughters into captivity unto Sihon, king of the Emori. We have shot at them. Heshbon is perished even unto Dibon, and we have laid them waste even unto Nopach, which reaches unto Dabar. Thus Yasharel dwelt in the land of the Emori. And Moshe sent to spy out Yahazer, and they took the villages thereof, and drove out the Emori that were there. And they turned and went up by the way of Bashan, and Og, the king of Bashan, went out against them, he and all his people, to the battle at Edrei. And Yahuah said unto Moshe, Fear him not, for I have delivered him into your hand, and all his people, and his land, and ye shall do to him as you did unto Sihon the king of the Emori, which dwelt at Heshbon. So they smote him and his sons and all his people, until there was none left him alive, and they possessed his land. Chapter 22. And the children of Yasharel set forward, and pitched in the plains of Moab on this side of Yarden by Jericho. And Balak the son of Zippor saw all that Yasharel had done to the Emori. And Moab was sore afraid of the people, because they were many, and Moab was distressed because of the children of Yasharel. And Moab said unto the elders of Midian, Now shall this company lick up all that are round about us, as the ox licks up the grass of the field. And Balak the son of Zippor was king of the Moab at the time. He sent messengers therefore unto Bilam the son of Beor to Pethor, which is by the river of the land of the children of his people, to call him, saying, Behold, there is a people come out from Mitzrayim. Behold, they cover the face of the earth, and they abide over against me. Come now, therefore, I pray you, curse me this people, for they are too mighty for me. Peradventure I shall prevail, that we may smite them, and that I may drive them out of the land. For I wot that he whom you bless is blessed, and he whom you curse is cursed. And the elders of Moab and the elders of Midian departed with the rewards of divination in their hand. And they came unto Bilam, and spoke unto him the words of Balak. And he said unto them, Lodge here this night, and I will bring you word again, as Yahuah shall speak unto me. And the princes of Moab abode with Balaam. And Elohim came unto Balaam, and said, What men are these with you? And Balaam said unto Elohim, Balak, the son of Zippor, king of Moab, has sent unto me, saying, Behold, there is a people come out of Mitzrayim, which covers the face of the earth. Come now, curse me them, peradventure I shall be able to overcome them, and drive them out. And Elohim said unto Balaam, Ye shall not go with them. Ye shall not curse the people, for they are blessed. And Balaam rose up in the morning, and said unto the princes of Balak, Get you into your land, for Yahuah refuses to give me leave to go with you. And the princes of Moab rose up, and they went unto Balak, and said, Balaam refuses to come with us. And Balak set yet again princes, more and more honorable than they. And they came to Balaam, and said to him, Thus said Balak, the son of Zippor, Let nothing, I pray you, hinder you from coming unto me. For I will promote you unto very great honor, and I will do whatsoever you say unto me. Come therefore, I pray you, curse me this people. And Balaam answered and said unto the servants of Balak, If Balak would give me his house full of silver and gold, I cannot go beyond the word of Yahuah, my Elohim, to do less or more. Now therefore I pray you, tarry ye also here this night, that I may know what Yahuah will say unto me more. And Elohim came unto Balaam at night, and said unto him, If the men come to call you, rise up and go with them. But yet the word which I shall say unto you, that shall you do. And Balaam rose up in the morning, and saddled his ass, and went with the princes of Moab. And Elohim's anger was kindled because he went, and the angel of Yahuah stood in the way for a Satan against him. Now he was riding upon his ass, and his 2 servants were with him. And the ass saw the angel of Yahuah standing in the way, and his sword drawn in his hand. And the ass turned aside out of the way, and went into the field. And Balaam smote the ass to turn her into the way. But the angel of Yahuah stood in a path of the vineyards, a wall being on this side, and a wall on that side. And when the ass saw the angel of Yahuah, she thrust herself unto the wall, and crushed Balaam's foot against the wall, and he smote her again. And the angel of Yahuah went further, and stood in a narrow place, where there was no way to turn, either to the right hand or to the left. And when the ass saw the angel of Yahuah, she fell down under Balaam, and Balaam's anger was kindled, and he smote the ass with a staff. And Yahuah opened the mouth of the ass, and she said unto Balaam, What have I done unto you, that you have smitten me these 3 times? And Balaam said unto the ass, Because you have mocked me. I would there were a sword in my hand, for now would I kill you. And the ass said unto Balaam, Am not I your ass, upon which you have ridden ever since I was yours unto this day? Was I ever wont to do so unto you? And he said, Nay. Then Yahuah opened the eyes of Balaam, and he saw the angel of Yahuah standing in the way, and his sword drawn in his hand. And he bowed down his head, and fell flat on his face. And the angel of Yahuah said unto him, Where have you smitten your ass these 3 times? Behold, I went out to withstand you, because your way is perverse before me. And the ass saw me, and turned from me these 3 times. Unless she had turned from me, surely now also I had slain you, and saved her alive. And Balaam said unto the angel of Yahuah, I have sinned, for I knew not that you stood in the way against me. Now therefore, if it displease you, I will get me back again. And the angel of Yahuah said unto Balaam, Go with the men, but only the word that I shall speak unto you, that you shall speak. So Balaam went with the princes of Balak. And when Balak heard that Balaam was come, he went out to meet him unto a city of Moab, which is in the border of Arnon, which is in the utmost coast. And Balak said unto Balaam, Did I not earnestly send unto you to call you? Wherefore came you not unto me? Am I not able indeed to promote you to honor? And Balaam said unto Balak, Lo, I am come unto you. Have I now any power at all to say anything? The word that Elohim puts in my mouth, that shall I speak. And Balaam went with Balak, and they came unto Kiriath Chutzoth. And Balak offered oxen and sheep, and sent to Balaam, and to the princes that were with him. And it came to pass on the morrow, that Balak took Balaam, and brought him up into the high places of Baal, that thence he might see the utmost part of the people. Chapter 23. And Balaam said unto Balak, Build me here 7 altars, and prepare me here 7 oxen and 7 rams. And Balak did as Balaam had spoken. And Balak and Balaam offered on every altar a bullock and a ram. And Balaam said unto Balak, Stand by your burnt offering, and I will go. Peradventure Yahuah will come to meet me. And whatsoever he shows me, I will tell you. And he went to a high place. And Elohim met Balaam, and he said unto him, I have prepared 7 altars, and I have offered upon every altar a bullock and a ram. And Yahuah put a word in Balaam's mouth, and said, Return unto Balak, and thus you shall speak. And he returned unto him, and lo, he stood by his burnt sacrifice, he and all the princes of Moab. And he took up his parable, and said, Balak, the king of Moab, has brought me from Aram out of the mountains of the east, saying, Come curse me, Yaakov, and come defy Yasharel. How shall I curse whom El has not cursed? How shall I defy whom Yahuah has not defied? For from the top of the rocks I see him, and from the hills I behold him. Lo, the people shall dwell alone, and shall not be reckoned among the nations. Who can count the dust of Yaakov, and the number of the 4th part of Yasharel? Let me die the death of the righteous, and let my last end be like his. And Balak said unto Balaam, What have you done unto me? I took you to curse mine enemies, and behold, you have blessed them altogether. And he answered and said, Must I not take heed to speak that which Yahuah has put in my mouth? And Balak said unto him, Come, I pray you, with me unto another place, from whence you may see them. You shall see but the utmost part of them, and shall not see them all, and curse me them from thence. And he brought him into the field of Tsophaim to the top of Pisgah, and built 7 altars, and offered a bullock and a ram on every altar. And he said unto Balak, Stand here by your burnt offering, while I go toward a meeting yonder. And Yahuah met with Balaam, and put a word in his mouth, and said, Go again unto Balak, and say thus. And when he came to him, behold, he stood by his burnt offering, and the princes of Moab with him. And Balak said unto him, What has Yahuah spoken? And he took up his parable, and said, Rise up, Balak, and hear. Hearken unto me, you son of Zippor. El is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. Has he said, and shall he not do it? Or has he spoken, and shall he not make it good? Behold, I have received commandment to bless, and he has blessed, and I cannot reverse it. He has not beheld iniquity in Jacob, neither has he seen perverseness in Yasharel. Yahuah his Elohim is with him, and the shout of a king is among them. El brought them out of Mitzrayim. He has, as it were, the strength of a wild bull. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Yasharel. According to his time it shall be said of Jacob and of Yasharel, What has El wrought? Behold, the people shall rise up as a great lion, and lift up himself as a young lion. He shall not lie down until he eat of the prey, and drink the blood of the slain. And Balak said unto Balaam, Neither curse them at all, nor bless them at all. But Balaam answered and said unto Balak, I told you not, saying, All that Yahuah speaks, that I must do. And Balak said unto Balaam, Come, I pray you, I will bring you unto another place. Peradventure it will please Elohim that you may curse me them from thence. And Balak brought Balaam unto the top of Peor, that looks toward Yeshimon. And Balaam said unto Balak, Build me here 7 altars, and prepare me here 7 bullocks and 7 rams. And Balak did as Balaam had said, and offered a bullock and a ram on every altar. Chapter 24. And when Balaam saw that it pleased Yahuah to bless Yasharel, he went not, as at other times, to seek for enchantments, but he set his face toward the wilderness. And Balaam lifted up his eyes, and he saw Yasharel abiding in his tents according to their tribes. And the Ruach of Elohim came upon him. And he took up his parable, and said, Balaam the son of Beor hath said, and the man whose eyes are open has said. He has said, which heard the words of El, which saw the vision of the Shaddai, falling into a trance, but having his eyes open. How goodly are your tents, O Jacob, and your tabernacles, O Yasharel! As the valleys are they spread forth, as gardens by the river's side, as the trees of lignalos which Yahuah has planted, and as cedar trees beside the waters. He shall pour the water out of his buckets, and his seed shall be in many waters, and his king shall be higher than Agag, and his kingdom shall be exalted. El brought him forth out of Mitzrayim. He has, as it were, the strength of a wild bull. He shall eat up the nations his enemies, and shall break their bones, and pierce them through with his arrows. He couched, he lay down as a lion, and as a great lion, who shall stir him up? Blessed is he that blesses you, and cursed is he that curses you. And Balak's anger was kindled against Balaam, and he smote his hands together. And Balak said unto Balaam, I called you to curse mine enemies, and behold, you have altogether blessed them these 3 times. Therefore now flee you to your place. I thought to promote you unto great honor, but lo, Yahuah has kept you back from honor. And Balaam said unto Balak, Spoke I not also to your messengers which you sent unto me, saying, If Balak would give me his house full of silver and gold, I cannot go beyond the commandment of Yahuah, to do either good or bad of mine own mind, but what Yahuah said, that will I speak? And now, behold, I go unto my people. Come therefore, and I will advertise you what this people shall do to your people in the latter days. And he took up his parable, and said, Balaam the son of Beor has said, and the man whose eyes are open hath said. He has said, which heard the words of El, and knew the knowledge of Elyon, which saw the vision of the Shaddai, falling into a trance, but having his eyes open. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Yasharel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Sheth. And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Yasharel shall do valiantly. Out of Yaakov shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remains of the city. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable, and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. And he looked on the Kenii, and took up his parable, and said, Strong is your dwelling place, and you put your nest in a rock. Nevertheless, the Cain shall be wasted, until Ashur shall carry you away captive. And he took up his parable, and said, Alas, who shall live when El does this? And ships shall come from the coast of Kiti, and shall afflict Ashur, and shall afflict Aber, and he shall perish forever. And Balaam rose up, and went, and returned to his place. And Balak also went his way. Chapter 25. And Yasharel abode in Shittim, and the people began to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab. And they called the people unto the sacrifices of their gods, and the people did eat, and bowed down to their gods. And Yasharel joined himself unto Baal Peor, and the anger of Yahuah was kindled against Yasharel. And Yahuah said unto Moshe, Take all the heads of the people, and hang them up before Yahuah against the sun, that the fierce anger of Yahuah may be turned away from Yasharel. And Moshe said unto the judges of Yasharel, Slay you every one his men that were joined unto Baal Peor. And behold, one of the children of Yasharel came and brought unto his brethren a Midianite woman in the sight of Moshe, and in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Yasharel, who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aharon, the Kohen, saw it, he rose up from among the congregation, and took a javelin in his hand. And he went after the man of Yasharel into the tent, and thrust both of them through, the man of Yasharel and the woman through her belly. So the plague was stayed from the children of Yasharel. And those that died in the plague were 24,000. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aharon the Kohen, has turned my wrath away from the children of Yasharel, while he was zealous for my sake among them, that I consumed not the children of Yasharel in my jealousy. Wherefore say, Behold, I give unto him my covenant of peace, and he shall have it, and his seed after him, even the covenant of an everlasting kahuna, because he was zealous for his Elohim, and made an atonement for the children of Yasharel. Now the name of the smitten Yashraelish, who was smitten with the Midianite woman, was Zimri, son of Salu, prince of a house of the tribe of Shimoni. And the name of the Midianite woman that was slain was Cosbi, the daughter of Tsur. He was head over a people and of a chief house in Midian. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Vex the Midianite, and smite them. For they vex you with their wiles, wherewith they have beguiled you in the matter of Peor, in the matter of Cosbi, the daughter of a prince of Midian, their sister, which was slain in the day of the plague for Peor's sake. Chapter 26. And it came to pass after the plague that Yahuah spoke unto Moshe and unto Eleazar the son of Aharon the Kohen, saying, Take the sum of all the congregation of the children of Yasharel, from 20 years old and upward, throughout their father's house, all that are able to go to war in Yasharel. And Moshe and Eleazar the Kohen spoke with them in the plains of Moab by Yarden, near Jericho, saying, Take the sum of the people from 20 years old and upward, as Yahuah commanded Moshe and the children of Yasharel, which went forth out of the land of Mitzrayim. Reuben, the eldest son of Yasharel, the children of Reuben, Hanok, of whom comes the family of the Hanochi, of Palu, the family of the Palui, of Hetzron, the family of the Hetzroni, of Carmai, the family of the Carmai. These are the families of the Reubeni, and they were numbered of them were 43,730. And the sons of Palu, Eliab, the sons of Eliab, Nemuel, and Dathan, and Abiram. This is that Dathan and Abiram which were famous in the congregation, who strove against Moshe and against Aharon in the company of Korach, when they strove against Yahuah. And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up together with Korach. When that company died, what time the fire devoured 250 men, and they became a sign. Notwithstanding, the children of Korach died not. The sons of Shimon after their families, of Nemuel, the family of the Nemueli, of Yamin, the family of the Yamani, of Yachin, the family of the Yachini, of Zerach, the family of the Zerachi, of Shaul, the family of the Shauli. These are the families of the Shimoni, 20 and 2,200. The children of Gad after their families, of Zephon, the family of Zephoni, of Hagi, the family of the Hagii, of Shuni, the family of the Shunii, of Ozni, the family of the Oznii, of Eri, the family of the Erii, of Arad, the family of the Aradi, of Areli, the family of the Arelii. These are the families of the children of Gad, according to those that were numbered of them, 40,500. The sons of Yehudah were Er and Onan, and Er and Onan died in the land of Canaan. And the sons of Yehudah after their families were of Shelah, the family of the Shelai, of Peretz, the family of the Partsi, of Zerach, the family of Zerachi. And the sons of Peretz were of Hezron, the family of the Hezroni, of Chamul, the family of the Chamuli. These are the families of Yehudah, according to those that were numbered of them, 16,500. Of the sons of Yissaschar, after their families, of Tolah, the family of the Tolai, of Puah, the family of the Punii, of Yashub, the family of the Yashubi, of Shimron, the family of the Shimroni. These are the families of Yissaschar, according to those that were numbered of them, 64,300. Of the sons of Zebulun after their families, of Sered, the family of Sardi, of Elon, the family of the Eloni, of Yakleel, the family of Laklaeli. These are the families of the Zebuluni, according to those that were numbered of them, 65,500. The sons of Yosef after their families were Manasseh and Ephraim. Of the sons of Manasseh, of Machir, the family of the Machiri, and the Machir begat Gilad. Of Gilad come the family of the Giladi. These are the sons of Gilad, of Azir, the family of the Aziri, of Chelek, the family of the Chelchi, and of Asriel, the family of the Asrieli, and of Shechem, the family of Shechmi, and of Shemadah, the family of the Shemadai, and of Hefer, the family of the Hephri, and of Zelophehad, the son of Hefer had no sons, but daughters, and the names of the daughters of Zelophehad were Machlah, and Noah, and Hoglah, and Milcah, and Tirzah. These are the families of Manasseh, and those that were numbered of them, 52,700. These are the sons of Ephraim after their families, of Shutalach, the family of Shutalachi, of Becher, the family of Bachri, of Takan, the family of the Takani. And these are the sons of Shutalach of Iran, the family of the Irani. These are the families of the sons of Ephraim, according to those that were numbered of them, 32,500. These are the sons of Yosef after their families. The sons of Benjamin after their families, of Belah, the family of Balai, of Ashbel, the family of the Ashbeli, of Achiram, the family of the Achirami, of Shephufam, the family of the Shufami, of Hufam, the family of the Hufami. And the sons of Belah were Ard and Naaman, of Ard the family of the Ardi, and of Naaman the family of the Naami. These are the sons of Benjamin after their families, and they that were numbered of them were 45,600. These are the sons of Dan after their families, of Shucham, the family of the Shuchami. These are the families of Dan after their families. All the families of the Shuchami, according to those that were numbered of them, were 64,400. Of the children of Asher after their families, of Yamnah, the family of Yamnah, of Yeshua, the family of the Yeshua, of Beriah, the family of the Beriai, of the sons of Beriah, of Heber, the family of Hebri, of Malchiel, the family of the Malchiel-E, and the name of the daughter of Asher was Serach. These are the families of the sons of Asher, according to those that were numbered of them, who were 50,003,400. Of the sons of Naphtali, after their families, of Yachiel, the family of the Yachieli, of Gunei, the family of the Gunei, of Yetzer, the family of the Yetzri, of Shillem, the family of the Shelemi. These are the families of Naphtali according to their families, and they that were numbered of them were 40,005,400. These were the numbered of the children of Yasharel, 600,001,730. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Unto these the land shall be divided for an inheritance, according to the number of names. To many you shall give the more inheritance, and to few you shall give the less inheritance. To every one shall his inheritance be given according to those that were numbered of him. Notwithstanding the land shall be divided by lot, according to the names of the tribes of their fathers they shall inherit. According to the lot shall the possession thereof be divided between many and few. And these are they that were numbered of the Lewi after their families, of Gershon, the family of the Gershoni, of Kehath, the family of the Kohathi, of Merari, the family of the Merari. These are the families of the Lewi, the family of the Lubi, the family of the Hebroni, the family of the Machli, the family of the Mushi, the family of the Korhi, and Kehath begat Amram. And the name of Amram's wife was Jochebed, the daughter of Lewi, whom her mother bare to Lewi in Mitzrayim. And she bare unto Amram Aharon and Moshe, and Miriam their sister. And unto Aharon was born Nadab, and Abihu, and Eleazar, and Ithamar. And Nadab and Abihu died when they offered strange fire before Yahuah. And those that were numbered of them were 23,000, all males from a month old and upward, for they were not numbered among the children of Yasharel, because there was no inheritance given them among the children of Yasharel. These are they that were numbered by Moshe and Eleazar the Kohen, who numbered the children of Yasharel in the plains of Moab by Yarden near Jericho. But among these there was not a man of them whom Moshe and Aharon the Kohen numbered, when they numbered the children of Yasharel in the wilderness of Sinai. For Yahuah had said of them, They shall surely die in the wilderness, and there was not left a man of them, save Caleb the son of Jephunneh, and Yahusha the son of Nun. Chapter 27. Then came the daughters of Zelophehad, the son of Hepher, the son of Gilad, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, of the families of Manasseh, the son of Yosef. And these are the names of his daughters, Machlah, Noah, Chaglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. And they stood before Moshe and before Eleazar the Kohen, and before the princes and all the congregation, by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, saying, Our father died in the wilderness, and he was not in the company of them that gathered themselves together against Yahuah in the company of Korach, but died in his own sin, and had no sons. Why should the name of our father be done away from among his family, because he has no son? Give unto us therefore a possession among the brethren of our father. And Moshe brought their cause before Yahuah. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, The daughters of Zelophehad speak right. You shall surely give them a possession of an inheritance among their father's brethren, and you shall cause the inheritance of their father to pass unto them. And ye shall speak unto the children of Yasharel, saying, If a man die and have no son, then ye shall cause his inheritance to pass unto his daughter. And if he have no daughter, then ye shall give his inheritance unto his brethren. And if he have no brethren, then ye shall give his inheritance unto his father's brethren. And if his father have no brethren, then ye shall give his inheritance unto his kinsman that is next to him of his family, and he shall possess it. And it shall be unto the children of Yasharel a statute of judgment, as Yahuah commanded Moshe. And Yahuah said unto Moshe, Get you up into this Mount Abarim, and see the land which I have given unto the children of Yasharel. And when you have seen it, you also shall be gathered unto your people, as Aharon your brother was gathered. For ye rebelled against my commandment in the desert of Tzin, in the strife of the congregation, to sanctify me at the water before their eyes, that is, the water of Meribah in Kadesh, in the wilderness of Tzin. And Moshe spoke unto Yahuah, saying, Let Yahuah the Elohim of the spirits of all flesh set a man over the congregation, which may go out before them, and which may go in before them, and which may lead them out, and which may bring them in, that the congregation of Yahuah be not as sheep which have no shepherd. And Yahuah said unto Moshe, Take you Yahusha the son of Nun, a man in whom is the Spirit, and lay your hand upon him, and set him before Eleazar the Kohen, and before all the congregation, and give him a charge in their sight. And ye shall put some of your honor upon him, that all the congregation of the children of Yasharel may be obedient. And he shall stand before Eleazar the Kohen, who shall ask counsel for him after the judgment of the Urim before Yahuah. And at his word they shall go out, and at his word they shall come in, both he and all the children of Yasharel with him, even all the congregation. And Moshe did as Yahuah commanded him. And he took Yahusha, and set him before Eleazar the Kohen, and before all the congregation. And he laid his hands upon him, and gave him a charge, as Yahuah commanded by the hand of Moshe. Chapter 28. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Command the children of Yasharel, and say unto them, My offering and my bread for my sacrifices made by fire, for a sweet savour unto me, shall you observe to offer unto me in their due season. And ye shall say unto them, This is the offering made by fire which you shall offer unto Yahuah, 2 lambs of the first year without spot day by day, for a continual burnt offering. The 1 lamb shall you offer in the morning, and the other lamb shall you offer at even. And a 10th part of an ephah of flour for a meat offering, mingled with the 4th part of a hin of beaten oil. It is a continual burnt offering, which was ordained in Mount Sinai for a sweet savour, a sacrifice made by fire unto Yahuah. And the drink offering thereof shall be the 4th part of a hin for the 1 lamb. In the holy place shall you cause the strong wine to be poured unto Yahuah for a drink offering. And the other lamb shall you offer at even, as the meat offering of the morning, and as the drink offering thereof you shall offer it, a sacrifice made by fire, of a sweet savour unto Yahuah. And on the Shabbath day 2 lambs of the first year without spot, and 2/10 deals of flour for a meat offering, mingled with oil, and the drink offering thereof. This is the burnt offering of every Shabbath, beside the continual burnt offering and his drink offering. And in the beginnings of your months you shall offer a burnt offering unto Yahuah, 2 young bullocks and 1 ram, 7 lambs of the first year without spot, and 3/10 deal of flours for a meat offering mingled with oil for 1 bullock, and 2/10 deals of flour for a meat offering mingled with oil for 1 ram, and a several 10th deal of flour mingled with oil for a meat offering unto 1 lamb, for a burnt offering of a sweet savour, a sacrifice made by fire unto Yahuah. And their drink offering shall be half a hin of wine unto a bullock, and the 3rd part of a hin unto a ram, and a 4th part of a hin unto a lamb. This is the burnt offering of every month throughout the months of the year. And 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering unto Yahuah shall be offered, beside the continual burnt offering and his drink offering. And in the 14th day of the 1st month is the Pesach of Yahuah. And in the 15th day of this month is the feast. 7 days shall matzah be eaten. In the 1st day shall be a holy convocation. Ye shall do no manner of servile work therein, but ye shall offer a sacrifice made by fire for a burnt offering unto Yahuah, 2 young bullocks, and 1 ram, and 7 lambs of the first year. They shall be unto you without blemish. And their meat offering shall be of flour mingled with oil. 3/10 deal shall you offer for a bullock, and 2/10 deal for a ram. A several 10th deal shall you offer for every lamb, throughout the 7 lambs, and 1 goat for a sin offering, to make an atonement for you. You shall offer these beside the burnt offering in the morning, which is for a continual burnt offering. After this manner you shall offer daily throughout the 7 days the meat of the sacrifice made by fire, of a sweet savor unto Yahuah. It shall be offered beside the continual burnt offering and his drink offering. And on the 7th day you shall have a holy convocation, you shall do no servile work. Also in the day of the first fruits, when you bring a new meat offering unto Yahuah, after your weeks be out, you shall have a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work, but ye shall offer the burnt offering for a sweet savor unto Yahuah, 2 young bullocks, 1 ram, 7 lambs of the first year, and their meat offering of flour mingled with oil, 3/10 deal unto 1 bullock, 2/10 deals unto 1 ram, a several 10th deal unto 1 lamb throughout the 7 lambs, and 1 kid of the goat to make an atonement for you. Ye shall offer them beside the continual burnt offering and his meat offering. They shall be unto you without blemish, and their drink offerings. Chapter 29. And in the 7th month, on the 1st day of the month, ye shall have a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work. It is a day of blowing the trumpets unto you. And ye shall offer a burnt offering for a sweet savor unto Yahuah, 1 young bullock, 1 ram, and 7 lambs of the first year without blemish. And their meat offering shall be of flour mingled with oil, 3/10 deal for a bullock, and 2/10 deal for a ram, and 1/10 deal for 1 lamb throughout the 7 lambs, and 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering to make an atonement for you. Beside the burnt offering of the month, and his meat offering, and the daily burnt offering, and his meat offering, and their drink offerings, according unto their manner, for a sweet savor, a sacrifice made by fire unto Yahuah. And ye shall have on the 10th day of this 7th month a holy convocation, and ye shall afflict your souls. Ye shall not do any work therein. But ye shall offer a burnt offering unto Yahuah for a sweet savor, 1 young bullock, 1 ram, and 7 lambs of the first year. They shall be unto you without blemish. And their meat offering shall be of flour mingled with oil, 3/10 deals to a bullock, and 2/10 deal to 1 ram, a several 10th deal for 1 lamb throughout the 7 lambs. 1 kid of the goat for a sin offering, beside the sin offering of atonement, and the continual burnt offering, and the meat offering of it, and their drink offerings. And on the 15th day of the 7th month ye shall have a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work, and ye shall keep a feast unto Yahuah 7 days. And ye shall offer a burnt offering, a sacrifice made by fire, of a sweet savor unto Yahuah, 13 young bullocks, 2 rams, and 14 lambs of the first year. They shall be without blemish. And their meat offering shall be of flour mingled with oil, 3/10 deal unto every bullock of the 13 bullocks, 2/10 deal to each ram of the 2 rams, and a several 10th deal to each lamb of the 14 lambs, and 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, beside the continual burnt offering, his meat offering, and his drink offering. And on the 2nd day ye shall offer 12 young bullocks, 2 rams, 14 lambs of the first year without spot, and their meat offering and their drink offerings for the bullocks, for the rams, and for the lambs shall be according to their number, after the manner. And 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, beside the continual burnt offering, and the meat offering thereof, and their drink offerings. And on the 3rd day 11 bullocks, 2 rams, 14 lambs of the first year without blemish, and their meat offering and their drink offerings for the bullocks, for the rams, and for the lambs shall be according to their number, after the manner. And 1 goat for a sin offering, beside the continual burnt offering, and his meat offering, and his drink offering. And on the 4th day 10 bullocks, 2 rams, and 14 lambs of the first year without blemish. Their meat offering and their drink offerings for the bullocks, for the rams, and for the lambs shall be according to their number, after the manner. And 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, beside the continual burnt offering, his meat offering, and his drink offering. And on the 5th day 9 bullocks, 2 rams, and 14 lambs of the first year without spot, and their meat offerings and their drink offerings for the bullocks, for the rams, and for the lambs shall be according to their number, after the manner. And 1 goat for a sin offering, beside the continual burnt offering, and his meat offering, and his drink offering. And on the 6th day 8 bullocks, 2 rams, and 14 lambs of the first year without blemish. And their meat offering and their drink offerings for the bullocks, for the rams, and for the lambs shall be according to their number after the manner. And 1 goat for a sin offering, beside the continual burnt offering, his meat offering, and his drink offering. And on the 7th day 7 bullocks, 2 rams, and 14 lambs of the first year without blemish. And their meat offering and their drink offerings for the bullocks, for the rams, and for the lambs shall be according to their number after the manner. And 1 goat for a sin offering, beside the continual burnt offering, his meat offering, and his drink offering. On the 8th day ye shall have a solemn assembly. Ye shall do no servile work therein. But ye shall offer a burnt offering, a sacrifice made by fire, of a sweet savor unto Yahuah. 1 bullock, 1 ram, 7 lambs of the first year without blemish, their meat offering and their drink offerings for the bullock, for the ram, and for the lambs shall be according to their number after the manner. And 1 goat for a sin offering, beside the continual burnt offering, and his meat offering, and his drink offering. These things ye shall do unto Yahuah in your set feasts, beside your vows and your freewill offerings, for your burnt offerings, and for your meat offerings, and for your drink offerings, and for your peace offerings. And Moshe told the children of Yasharel according to all that Yahuah commanded Moshe. Chapter 30. And Moshe spoke unto the heads of the tribes concerning the children of Yasharel, saying, This is the thing which Yahuah has commanded. If a man vow a vow unto Yahuah, or swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond, he shall not break his word. He shall do according to all that proceeds out of his mouth. If a woman also vow a vow unto Yahuah, and bind herself by a bond, being in her father's house in her youth, and her father hear her vow, and her bond wherewith she has bound her soul, and her father shall hold his peace at her, then all her vows shall stand, and every bond wherewith she has bound her soul shall stand. But if her father disallow her in the day that he hears, not any of her vows, or of her bonds wherewith she has bound her soul shall stand. And Yahuah shall forgive her, because her father disallowed her. And if she had at all a husband when she vowed, or uttered aught out of her lips wherewith she bound her soul, and her husband heard it, and held his peace at her in the day that he heard it, then her vow shall stand, and her bonds wherewith she bound her soul shall stand. But if her husband disallowed her on the day that he heard it, then he shall make her vow which she vowed, and that which she uttered with her lips wherewith she bound her soul, of none effect, and Yahuah shall forgive her. But every vow of a widow and of her that is divorced, wherewith they have bound their souls, shall stand against her. And if she vowed in her husband's house, or bound her soul by a bond with an oath, and her husband heard it, and held his peace at her, and disallowed her not, then all her vows shall stand, and every bond wherewith she bound her soul shall stand. But if her husband has utterly made them void on the day he heard them, then whatsoever proceeded out of her lips concerning her vows, or concerning the bond of her soul, shall not stand. Her husband has made them void, and Yahuah shall forgive her. Every vow and every binding oath to afflict the soul, her husband may establish it, or her husband may make it void. If her husband altogether hold his peace at her from day to day, then he establishes all her vows, or all her bonds which are upon her. He confirms them, because he held his peace at her in the day that he heard them. But if he shall anyways make them void after that he has heard them, then he shall bear her iniquity. These are the statutes which Yahuah commanded Moshe, between a man and his wife, between the father and his daughter, being yet in her youth in her father's house. Chapter 31. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Avenge the children of Yasharel of the Midiani, afterwards shall you be gathered unto your people. And Moshe spoke unto the people, saying, Arm some of yourselves unto war, and let them go against the Midiani, and avenge Yahuah of Midian. Of every tribe 1,000 throughout all the tribes of Yasharel shall you send to the war. So there were delivered out of the thousands of Yasharel 1,000 of every tribe, 12,000 armed for war. And Moshe sent them to war, 1,000 of every tribe, them and Phinehas son of Eleazar the Kohen to the war with the holy instruments and the trumpets to blow in his hand. And they warred against the Midiani as Yahuah commanded Moshe, and they slew all the males. And they slew the kings of Midian, beside the rest of them that were slain, namely Eui, and Rechem, and Sur, and Hur, and Reba, 5 kings of Midian. Balaam also the son of Beor they slew with the sword. And the children of Yasharel took all the women of Midian captives and their little ones, and took the spoil of all their cattle, and all their flocks, and all their goods. And they burnt all their cities wherein they dwelt, and all their goodly castles with fire. And they took all the spoil, and all the prey, both of men and of beasts. And they brought the captives, and the prey, and the spoil unto Moshe and Eleazar the Kohen, and unto the congregation of the children of Yasharel, unto the camp at the plains of Moab, which are by Yarden near Jericho. And Moshe and Eleazar the Kohen, and all the princes of the congregation, went forth to meet them without the camp. And Moshe was wroth with the officers of the host, with the captains over thousands and captains over hundreds, which came from the battle. And Moshe said unto them, Have you saved all the women alive? Behold, these caused the children of Yasharel, through the counsel of Balaam, to commit trespass against Yahuah in the matter of Peor, and there was a plague among the congregation of Yahuah. Now therefore kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman that has known man by lying with him. But all the women children that have not known a man by lying with him, keep alive for yourselves. And do you abide without the camp 7 days. Whosoever has killed any person, and whosoever has touched any slain, purify both yourselves and your captives on the 3rd day and on the 7th day. And purify all your raiment, and all that is made of skins, and all work of goat's hair, and all things made of wood. And Eleazar the Kohen said unto the men of war which went to the battle, This is the ordinance of the law which Yahuah commanded Moshe. Only the gold and the silver, the brass, the iron, the tin, and the lead, everything that may abide the fire, ye shall make it go through the fire, and it shall be clean. Nevertheless, it shall be purified with the water of separation. And all that abides not the fire, ye shall make go through the water. And ye shall wash your clothes on the 7th day, and ye shall be clean, and afterward ye shall come into the camp. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Take the sum of the prey that was taken, both of man and of beast, you and Eleazar the Kohen, and the chief fathers of the congregation, and divide the prey into 2 parts, between them that took the war upon them, who went out to battle, and between all the congregation. And levy a tribute unto Yahuah of the men of war which went out to battle, 1 soul of 500, both of the persons, and of the beeves, and of the asses, and of the sheep. Take it of their half, and give it unto Eleazar the Kohen, for a heave offering of Yahuah. And of the children of Yasharel's half, ye shall take 1 portion of 50, of the persons, of the beeves, of the asses, and of the flocks, of all manner of beasts, and give them unto the Leui, which keep the charge of the tabernacle of Yahuah. And Moshe and Eleazar the Kohen did as Yahuah commanded Moshe. And the booty, being the rest of the prey which the men of war had caught, was 600,000 and 70,000 and 5,000 sheep, and 62,000 beeves, and 61,000 asses, and 32,000 persons in all, of women that had not known man by lying with him. And the half which was the portion of them that went out to war was in number 300,000 and 30,000 and 500 sheep. And Yahuah's tribute of the sheep was 615. And the beeves were 36,000, of which Yahuah's tribute was 12. And the asses were 30,500, of which Yahuah's tribute was 61. And the persons were 16,000, of which Yahuah's tribute was 32 persons. And Moshe gave the tribute which was Yahuah's heave offering unto Eleazar the Kohen, as Yahuah commanded Moshe. And of the children of Yasharel's half, which Moshe divided from the men that warred, now the half that pertained unto the congregation was 300,000 and 30,000 and 7,000 and 500 sheep, and 30 and 6,000 beeves, and 30,000 asses and 500, and 16,000 persons. Even of the children of Yasharel's half, Moshe took one portion of 50, both of man and of beast, and gave them unto the Laoi, which kept charge of the tabernacle of Yahuah, as Yahuah commanded Moshe. And the officers which were over thousands of the host, the captains of thousands and captains of hundreds, came near unto Moshe. And they said unto Moshe, Your servants have taken the sum of the men of war which are under our charge, and there lacks not one man of us. We have therefore brought an oblation for Yahuah, what every man has gotten, of jewels, of gold, chains and bracelets, rings, earrings, and tablets, to make an atonement for our souls before Yahuah. And Moshe and Eleazar the Kohen took the gold of them, even all wrought jewels, and all the gold of the offering that they offered up to Yahuah, of the captains of thousands and of the captains of hundreds, was 16,750 shekels. For the men of war had taken spoil, every man for himself. And Moshe and Eleazar the Kohen took the gold of the captains of thousands and of hundreds, and brought it into the tabernacle of the congregation, for a memorial for the children of Yasharel before Yahuah. Chapter 32. Now the children of Reuben and the children of Gad had a very great multitude of cattle. And when they saw the land of Ya'azer and the land of Gilad, that behold, the place was a place for cattle, the children of Gad and the children of Reuben came and spoke unto Moshe, and to Eleazar the Kohen, and unto the princes of the congregation, saying, Ataroth, and Deebon, and Ya'azer, and Nimrah, and Heshbon, and El-Aleh, and Sibam, and Nebo, and Beon, even the country which Yahuah smote before the congregation of Yasharel, is a land for cattle, and your servants have cattle. Wherefore, said they, if we have found grace in your sight, let this land be given unto your servants for a possession, and bring us not over the Yarden. And Moshe said unto the children of Gad, and to the children of Reuben, Shall your brethren go to war, and shall you sit here? And wherefore discourage you the heart of the children of Yasharel from going over into the land which Yahuah has given them? Thus did your fathers when I sent them from Kadesh Barnea to see the land. For when they went up unto the valley of Eshcol and saw the land, they discouraged the heart of the children of Yasharel, that they should not go into the land which Yahuah had given them. And Yahuah's anger was kindled the same time, and he swore, saying, Surely none of the men that came up out of Mitzrayim from 20 years old and upward shall see the land which I swore unto Abraham, unto Yitzhak, and unto Jacob, because they have not wholly followed me, save Caleb the son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite, and Yahusha the son of Nun, for they have wholly followed Yahuah. And Yahuah's anger was kindled against Yasharel, and he made them wander in the wilderness 40 years, until all the generation that had done evil in the sight of Yahuah was consumed. And behold, you are risen up in your father's stead, an increase of sinful men, to augment yet the fierce anger of Yahuah toward Yasharel. For if you turn away from after him, he will yet again leave them in the wilderness, and you shall destroy all this people. And they came near unto him and said, We will build sheepfolds here for our cattle, and cities for our little ones. But we ourselves will go ready armed before the children of Yasharel, until we have brought them unto their place. And our little ones shall dwell in the fenced cities because of the inhabitants of the land. We will not return unto our houses until the children of Yasharel have inherited every man his inheritance. For we will not inherit with them on yonder side Yarden, or forward, because our inheritance is fallen to us on this side of Yarden, eastward. And Moshe said unto them, If you will do this thing, if you will go armed before Yahuah to war, and will go all of you armed over Yarden before Yahuah until he has driven out his enemies from before him, and the land be subdued before Yahuah, Then afterward you shall return, and be guiltless before Yahuah, and before Yasharel, and this land shall be your possession before Yahuah. But if you will not do so, behold, you have sinned against Yahuah, and be sure your sin will find you out. Build you cities for your little ones, and folds for your sheep, and do that which has proceeded out of your mouth. And the children of Gad and the children of Reuben spoke unto Moshe, saying, Your servants will do as my Lord commands. Our little ones, our wives, our flocks, and all our cattle shall be there in the cities of Gilead. But your servants will pass over, every man armed for war, before Yahuah to battle, as my Lord said. So concerning them, Moshe commanded Eleazar the Kohen, and Yahusha the son of Nun, and the chief fathers of the tribes of the children of Yasharel. And Moshe said unto them, If the children of Gad and the children of Reuben will pass over with you over Yarden, every man armed to battle before Yahuah, and the land shall be subdued before you, then you shall give them the land of Gilead for a possession. But if they will not pass over with you armed, they shall have possessions among you in the land of Canaan. And the children of Gad and the children of Reuben answered, saying, As Yahuah has said unto your servants, so will we do. We will pass over armed before Yahuah into the land of Canaan, that the possession of our inheritance on this side of Yarden may be ours. And Moshe gave unto them, even to the children of Gad, and to the children of Reuben, and unto half the tribe of Manasseh, the son of Yosef, the kingdom of Sihon of the Amoree, and the kingdom of Og, king of Bashan, the land with the cities thereof in the coasts, even the cities of the country round about. And the children of Gad built Deebon, Ataroth, and Aroer, and Ataroth Shophan, and Yaazer, and Yogbehah, and Beth Nimrah, and Beth Haran, fenced cities and folds for sheep. And the children of Reuben built Heshbon, and Elaleh, and Kiriath-Aim, and Nebo, and Baal-Meon, their names being changed, and Sebam, and gave other names unto the cities which they built. And the children of Machir, the son of Manasseh, went to Gilead, and took it, and dispossessed the Amoree which was in it. And Moshe gave Gilead unto Machir, the son of Manasseh, and he dwelt therein. And Yair, the son of Manasseh, went and took the small towns thereof, and called them Ha'uoth Yair. And Nobach went and took Kenath, and the villages thereof, and called it Nobach after his own name. Chapter 33. These are the journeys of the children of Yasharel, which went forth out of the land of Mitzrayim with their armies under the hand of Moshe and Aharon. And Moshe wrote their goings out according to their journeys by the commandment of Yahuah. And these are the journeys according to their goings out. And they departed from Ramesses on the 1st month, on the 15th day of the month. On the morrow after the Pesach, the children of Yasharel went out with a high hand in the sight of all the Mitzrayim. For the Mitzrayim buried all their firstborn, which Yahuah had smitten among them. Upon their gods also Yahuah executed judgments. And the children of Yasharel removed from Ramesses and pitched in Succoth. And they departed from Succoth, and pitched in Etham, which is in the edge of the wilderness. And they removed from Etham, and turned again unto Pi-hahiroth, which is before Baal-Zephon. And they pitched before Migdol. And they departed from before Pi-hahiroth, and passed through the midst of the sea into the wilderness, and went 3 days' journey in the wilderness of Etham, and pitched in Marah. And they removed from Marah, and came unto Elim. And in Elim were 12 fountains of water, and 70 palm trees, and they pitched there. And they removed from Elim, and encamped by the Red Sea. And they removed from the Red Sea, and encamped in the wilderness of Sin. And they took their journey out of the wilderness of Sin, and encamped in Dophkah. And they departed from Dophkah, and encamped in Alush. And they removed from Alush, and encamped at Rephidim, where was no water for the people to drink. And they departed from Rephidim, and pitched in the wilderness of Sinai. And they removed from the desert of Sinai, and pitched at Kibroth Hatta'awah. And they departed from Kibroth Hatta'awah, and encamped at Hatzeroth. And they departed from Hatzeroth and pitched in Ritmah. And they departed from Ritmah and pitched at Rimmon Peretz. And they departed from Rimmon Peretz and pitched in Libnah. And they removed from Libnah and pitched at Rissah. And they journeyed from Rissah and pitched in Kehilatha. And they went from Kehilatha and pitched in Mount Shepher. And they removed from Mount Shepher and encamped at Haradah. And they removed from Haradah and pitched at Machaloth. And they removed from Machaloth and encamped at Takath. And they departed from Takath and pitched at Terach. And they removed from Terach and pitched in Mithkah. And they went from Mithkah and pitched in Hashmonah. And they departed from Hashmonah and encamped at Moserah. And they departed from Moserah and pitched in Bnei Ya'akan. And they removed from Bnei Ya'akan and encamped at Hor Haggidgad. And they went from Hor Haggidgad and pitched at Yotbathah. And they removed from Yotbathah and encamped at Ebronah. And they departed from Ebronah and encamped at Etzion Geber. And they removed from Etzion Geber and pitched in the wilderness of Tzin, which is Kadesh. And they removed from Kadesh and pitched in Mount Hor on the edge of the land of Edom. And Aharon the Kohen went up into Mount Hor at the commandment of Yahuah, and died there in the 40th year after the children of Yasharel were come out of the land of Mitzrayim, in the 1st day of the 5th month. And Aharon was 123 years old when he died in Mount Hor. And King Arad the Canaanite, which dwelt in the south in the land of Canaan, heard of the coming of the children of Yasharel. And they departed from Mount Hor and pitched in Salmonah. And they departed from Salmonah and pitched in Punon. And they departed from Punon and pitched in Oboth. And they departed from Oboth and pitched in Iye Habarim, in the border of Moab. And they departed from Iyim and pitched in Deibon. And they removed from Deibon and encamped in Almon Diblat Ha'amah. And they removed from Almon Diblat Ha'amah and pitched in the mountains of Abarim before Nebo. And they departed from the mountains of Abarim and pitched in the plains of Moab by Yarden near Jericho. And they pitched by Yarden from Beth Hayeshimoth even unto Abel Hashittim in the plains of Moab. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe in the plains of Moab by Yarden near Jericho, saying, Speak unto the children of Yasharel, and say unto them, When you are passed over Yarden into the land of Canaan, then ye shall drive out all the inhabitants of the land from before you, and destroy all their pictures, and destroy all their molten images, and quite pluck down all their high places. And ye shall dispossess the inhabitants of the land, and dwell therein, for I have given you the land to possess it. And ye shall divide the land by lot for an inheritance among your families, and to the more you shall give the more inheritance, and to the fewer you shall give the less inheritance. Every man's inheritance shall be in the place where his lot falls, according to the tribes of your fathers you shall inherit. But if you will not drive out the inhabitants of the land from before you, then it shall come to pass that those which ye let remain of them shall be pricks in your eyes, and thorns in your sides, and shall vex you in the land wherein ye dwell. Moreover, it shall come to pass that I shall do unto you as I thought to do unto them. Chapter 34. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Command the children of Yasharel, and say unto them, When ye come into the land of Canaan, this is the land that shall fall unto you for an inheritance, even the land of Canaan with the coast thereof. Then your south quarter shall be from the wilderness of Tzin along the coast of Edom, and your south border shall be the outmost coast of the salt sea eastward. And your border shall turn from the south to the ascent of Akrab, and pass on to Tzin, and the going forth thereof shall be from the south to Kadesh Barnea, and shall go on to Hatzar Adar, and pass on to Atzmon. And the border shall fetch a compass from Atzmon unto the river of Mitzrayim, and the goings out of it shall be at the sea. As for the western border, you shall even have the great sea for a border. This shall be your west border. And this shall be your north border. From the great sea you shall point out for you Mount Hor. And from Mount Hor you shall point out your border unto the entrance of Hamath. The goings forth of the border shall be to Tsedad. And the border shall go on to Zephron. And the goings out of it shall be at Hatzar Enan. And this shall be your north border. And you shall point out your east border from Hatzar Enan to Sephram. And the coast shall go down from Sepham to Riblah, on the east side of Ain. And the border shall descend, and shall reach unto the side of the sea of Kinneroth eastward. And the border shall go down to Yarden, and the goings out of it shall be at the salt sea. This shall be your land, with the coast thereof round about. And Moshe commanded the children of Yasharel, saying, This is the land which ye shall inherit by lot, which Yahuah commanded to give unto the 9 tribes and to the half-tribe. For the tribe of the children of Reuben, according to the house of their fathers, and the tribe of the children of Gad, according to the house of their fathers, have received their inheritance, and half the tribe of Manasseh have received their inheritance. The 2 tribes and the half-tribe have received their inheritance on this side Yarden, near Jericho, eastward, toward the sunrising. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, These are the names of the men which shall divide the land unto you, Eleazar the Kohen, and Yahusha the son of Nun. And you shall take 1 prince of every tribe to divide the land by inheritance. And the names of the men are these: of the tribe of Yehudah, Caleb the son of Jephunneh; and of the tribe of the children of Shimon, Shemuel the son of Ammihud; of the tribe of Benjamin, Eliadad the son of Kislon; and the prince of the tribe of the children of Dan, Buchki the son of Yogli; the prince of the children of Yosef, for the tribe of the children of Manasseh, Chaniel the son of Ephod; and the prince of the tribe of the children of Ephraim, Kemuel the son of Shiphthan; and the prince of the tribe of the children of Zebulun, Elitzaphath the son of Parnach; and the prince of the tribe of the children of Yissaschar, Paltiel the son of Azan; and the prince of the tribe of the children of Asher, Achiahud the son of Shelomi; and the prince of the tribe of the children of Naphtali, Pedahael the son of Ammihud. These are they whom Yahuah commanded to divide the inheritance unto the children of Yasharel in the land of Canaan. Chapter 35. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe in the plains of Moab by Yarden, near Jericho, saying, Command the children of Yasharel that they give unto the Leui of the inheritance of their possession cities to dwell in. And you shall give also unto the Leui suburbs for the cities round about them. And the cities shall they have to dwell in, and the suburbs of them shall be for their cattle, and for their goods, and for all their beasts. And the suburbs of the cities which you shall give unto the Leui shall reach from the wall of the city and outward 1,000 cubits round about. And ye shall measure from without the city on the east side 2,000 cubits, and on the south side 2,000 cubits, and on the west side 2,000 cubits, and on the north side 2,000 cubits. And the city shall be in the midst. This shall be to them the suburbs of the cities. And among the cities which you shall give unto the Leui there shall be 6 cities for refuge, which you shall appoint for the manslayer, that he may flee thither, and to them you shall add 42 cities. So all the cities which you shall give to the Leui shall be 48 cities. Them shall you give with their suburbs. And the cities which you shall give shall be of the possession of the children of Yasharel. From them that have many you shall give many, but from them that have few you shall give few. Every one shall give of his cities unto the Leui according to his inheritance which he inheriteth. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto the children of Yasharel, and say unto them, When you be come over Yarden into the land of Canaan, then ye shall appoint you cities to be cities of refuge for you, that the slayer may flee thither, which kills any person at unawares. And they shall be unto you cities for refuge from the avenger, that the manslayer die not until he stand before the congregation in judgment. And of these cities which you shall give 6 cities shall you have for refuge. You shall give 3 cities on this side Yarden, and 3 cities shall you give in the land of Canaan, which shall be cities of refuge. These 6 cities shall be a refuge, both for the children of Yasharel, and for the stranger, and for the sojourner among them, that every one that kills any person unawares may flee thither. And if he smite them with an instrument of iron so that he die, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. And if he smite him with a throwing stone wherewith he may die, and he die, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. Or if he smite him with a hand weapon of wood wherewith he may die, and he die, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. The revenger of blood himself shall slay the murderer. When he meets him, he shall slay him. But if he thrust him of hatred, or hurl at him by laying of weight that he die, or enmity smite him with his hand that he die, he that smote him shall surely be put to death, for he is a murderer. The revenger of blood shall slay the murderer when he meets him. But if he thrust him suddenly without enmity, or have cast upon him anything without laying of weight, or with any stone wherewith a man may die, seeing him not, and cast it upon him that he die, and was not his enemy, neither sought his harm, then the congregation shall judge between the slayer and the revenger of blood according to these judgments. And the congregation shall deliver the slayer out of the hand of the revenger of blood. And the congregation shall restore him to the city of his refuge, whither he was fled. And he shall abide in it unto the death of the high Kohen, which was anointed with the holy oil. But if the slayer shall at any time come without the border of the city of his refuge, whither he was fled, and the revenger of blood find him without the borders of the city of his refuge, and the revenger of blood kill the slayer, he shall not be guilty of blood, because he should have remained in the city of his refuge until the death of the high Kohen. But after the death of the high Kohen, the slayer shall return into the land of his possession. So these things shall be for a statute of judgment unto you throughout your generations in all your dwellings. Whoso kills any person, the murderer shall be put to death by the mouth of witnesses. But one witness shall not testify against any person to cause him to die. Moreover, you shall take no satisfaction for the life of a murderer, which is guilty of death, but he shall surely be put to death. And you shall take no satisfaction for him that is fled to the city of his refuge, that he should come again to dwell in the land until the death of the Kohen. So you shall not pollute the land wherein you are. For blood it defiles the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Defile not, therefore, the land which you shall inhabit wherein I dwell, for I, Yahuah, dwell among the children of Yasharel. Chapter 36. And the chief fathers of the families of the children of Gilad, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, of the families of the son of Yosef, came near, and spoke before Moshe, and before the princes, the chief fathers of the children of Yasharel. And they said, Yahuah commanded my Lord to give the land for an inheritance by lot to the children of Yasharel. And my Lord was commanded by Yahuah to give the inheritance of Zelophehad our brother unto his daughters. And if they be married to any of the sons of the other tribes of the children of Yasharel, then shall their inheritance be taken from the inheritance of our fathers, and shall be put to the inheritance of the tribe whereunto they are received. So shall it be taken from the lot of our inheritance. And when the Yobel of the children of Yasharel shall be, then shall their inheritance be put unto the inheritance of the tribe whereunto they are received. So shall their inheritance be taken away from the inheritance of the tribe of our fathers. And Moshe commanded the children of Yasharel according to the word of Yahuah, saying, The tribe of the sons of Yosef has said well. This is the thing which Yahuah does command concerning the daughters of Zelophehad, saying, Let them marry to whom they think best, only to the family of the tribe of their father shall they marry. So shall not the inheritance of the children of Yasharel remove from tribe to tribe, For every one of the children of Yasharel shall keep himself to the inheritance of the tribe of his fathers. And every daughter that possesses an inheritance in any tribe of the children of Yasharel shall be wife unto one of the family of the tribe of her father, that the children of Yasharel may enjoy every man the inheritance of his fathers. Neither shall the inheritance remove from one tribe to another tribe, but every one of the tribes of the children of Yasharel shall keep himself to his own inheritance. Even as Yahuah commanded Moshe, so did the daughters of Zelophehad. For Machlah, Tirzah, Hoglah, Milcah, Noah, the daughters of Zelophehad, were married unto their father's brothers' sons, and they were married into the families of the sons of Manasseh, the son of Yosef, and their inheritance remained in the tribe of the family of their father. These are the commandments and the judgments which Yahuah commanded by the hand of Moshe unto the children of Yasharel in the plains of Moab by Yarden near Jericho.